We're an hour away from tonight's NBA playoff game. In the second round, San Antonio tied 2 games apiece, hosts Minnesota. Victor Wembanyama, the Spurs, have been kicked out Sunday in the second quarter for throwing an elbow. No suspension or fine from that. The Spurs' De'Aaron Fox game time decision. He was listed as questionable with a sore ankle. Game 6 of the series will be in Minnesota on Friday. The Grizzlies' Brandon Clark died at the age of 29 in his L.A. home. Drug paraphernalia was found. It's being investigated as a possible overdose. 3 WNBA games tonight and 2 NHL playoff contests. The Bengals and Falcons will play a game in Madrid in November. The season's first Monday night game will add the Chiefs hosting the Broncos. Seattle will host a Wednesday night season opener. Opponent to be determined. The NFL releases the full schedule on Thursday night. All of the international matchups will be announced in advance on Wednesday. I'm Steve DeSager.
Elijah, put the camera on me. Sweetie.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password.
Ack, a dack, ack.
Enter, brother.
That's right. Come on in. With that password, we now have full access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6,
No matter
not 7.
You listen
When I say
in.
that, I really believe it.
Thank you, LeBron. Fox Sports Radio, foxsportsradio.com, the iHeartRadio app.
That's what you get, eating that Detroit good food.
You already know.
I had a glizzy in my mouth.
Uh-oh.
I'm crying.
And, of course, on Sirius XM Channel 83.
Wow.
Eating a Coney dog with no bun right now. I know
My
you.
goodness gracious. And now,
Give me
of course,
the money shot.
live.
We'll do it
on
live.
YouTube. Thank you, Bill.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Do it.
That's right. Say
Right.
my name.
Rob Parker.
Say his name.
Kelvin Washington.
And we are indeed the Odd Couple here on a Trash Talking Tuesday. And guess what? You'll need our phone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet. At least when people are still awake.
That's the
Sorry
only
about
time
that,
he
Ben.
comes. That's all. He's all right. He
I
knows
know.
now. We
He's
told
been
him.
on his tour. I've seen him in Boston and other places.
Hanging out
you
with
know.
what's Commonwealth. Andre hanging out with Dre from Commonwealth. Dre,
Did you see the picture?
yeah,
Unbelievable, right?
cheating on our show. We see you, Andre. Okay.
I know. Go ahead and hang out with Ben.
Thanks for letting me be
Maller. I
on your
get it.
show.
Yeah, he ain't.
That's
Alex,
right.
Rob G, he can't call in anymore.
The next time he calls in, let's give him the business.
Yeah.
But, of course, write it down, commit it to memory, 877-99 on Fox for you laymen who can't figure out letters and numbers. It's 877-996-6369. And guess what? If you hear feedback on the line when you do call in, it means just one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
And if you call in here and have a problem with what we say to you, tough, because
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem? Turn off your station.
with all that said from the Eastern Market in Detroit, all I'm going to say is always remember.
Sweet Beatty. He's back in the D. He's saying, what up, though? Yeah.
That's right. Let's go.
He
Big
emphasized
Show.
the D.
Detroit. I got you. Detroit.
Let me welcome in my co-host. He is
Kelvin
Washington.
All right.
Unbelievable.
So push your iPad forward some. Yeah, it's
what do you mean forward?
I can see your paws, Rob.
Yeah, it's a lot of you, and we love you, but it's a lot of you. Or there you go.
Forward or back? What are you talking about?
Whatever. There you go. Much better. But it was just we were nothing but your beard. That's how we know you got a nice haircut. Your beard lined up because we were right, and it was just all chin action.
I could see your brain.
Yeah, it was.
I can't tell from the shot that I have. That's
I get
what I'm
it.
talking to
Sagar, you know, when
I have no idea.
yeah,
you can see me. I can't
see. Yeah, that's what I was telling Sagar yesterday.
I can't see Sagar. I can't see you. I don't. It's just weird.
Yeah, it is. But just trust me, you look good. Got your new haircut. Got a nice little sweater on.
Well, I do own a barbershop at West 7 Mile Road. Sporty Cuts.
Listen, we got Detroit listeners. Tell them where to go. It's West 7 Mile what?
Between Outer Drive and Myers. That's right. Sporty Cuts.
That's so West
next
side.
year, celebrating our 25th anniversary next October.
Everybody's
getting
the 25th beanie, aren't they? I see the beanies right now.
Already. We're having a big party. We had our 20th at the one of the casinos downtown. They changed the name, so I always forget. But it's called Hollywood. What is it called? Hollywood. Used to be Greektown.
Wait a minute. They changed Greektown?
What is the other one?
You got the MGM. You got the Greektown. You got what was the one? Motor City Casino.
Yeah. Well, so that's what we had. The 20th. We'll have a 25th. But anyway,
nice, man.
Let's. How are you doing? You good?
Good, man. Good? Everything good, dude. We got up, man. Driving in, Rob G. We didn't even talk more death. Did you see that one? Yeah, we'll talk about it. Some couple NBA players, former NBA players, young too, 40s and below. We'll talk about that, but everything's good, man. It's good to go.
All right, let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew because we wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without them. Of course, Rob G is our producer.
Blood Mexican.
Alex is our engineer.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
One more Alex on this Trash Talking Tuesday.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
There we go. Steve DeSager's at the anchor desk. He'll keep us updated throughout the program. And Sagar is our social media guru. So we appreciate everybody. We're in full effect and ready to go on this Trash Talking Tuesday. And be sure to check out our YouTube channel. Kelvin, we got plenty of people who are subscribed, but we need more.
Yeah. We
need other people who have not done it yet. Just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. After you do that, you could tap the thumbs up icon, comment away. Again, all you got to do is just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube and subscribe. Appreciate that.
Where are we at, Sagar? No, subscription-wise, subs-wise, as the streets say. All right, we'll find that out. Let us know at some point throughout the show. Sagar probably never looking up new albums.
He said 400, but I think he was looking at a different show.
Wow.
You meant 1,000? 400,000? That's what you meant.
Rob, caution.
Hey, don't be out there getting that extra Detroit attitude. You know it's a different vibe in the city, so.
Look at Alex. Alex is like, he's like, it took him 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
I know.
Look at you. Anyway, it's going to be good to have you in the building, though, tomorrow when the Pistons
I'm not in the building tomorrow.
You not?
I'm not.
No? Can somebody, twist your arm?
I'm working.
What do you mean?
I got a radio show to do.
Man, let me do the math. All right, the game starts divided by 6 plus 2.
Can't do it. All right.
Rob G said, what'd you say, Rob G? You'll excuse him if he goes to the game for our Detroit basketball?
Okay, let's get here because Rob G, the self-proclaimed king, is out of the playoffs, and now it's about his future. Fill us in.
Yeah, all signs point to LeBron James, another off season of will he or won't he? Is he going to retire, or is he going to ride off into the sunset, or is he going to stay with the Lakers, or is he going to go play someplace else? We don't know. LeBron says he doesn't know. But at a minimum, according to Lakers executive Rob Pelinka, they want nothing more than to see the king back in the purple and gold next season.
I think the first order of business is allowing him to spend the time he needs to decide what his next step are. Does he want to play another year in the NBA? And that'll be, as he said to you guys last night, family time, I think time with his inner circle. And we just want to honor that for him. Of course, any team, including ours, would love to have LeBron James on their roster. That's a blessing in itself, just with what he does.
Rob Pelinka is full of BS. Can we start there? Because if they wanted LeBron James back, they would have offered him an extension, which they never officially did, okay? But whether you could say the money that they wanted to – well, you make an offer, and then if you really want to figure it out, LeBron would have had a chance to decide whether or not that happened. That did not happen. So I'm not buying this whole idea that it's about giving LeBron some space and time. If you really wanted the guy back, that's what you would have done. But I have the solution for LeBron James. It won't take you long, okay? Really quick.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron James, is this on?
It's on even in Detroit.
Retire! LeBron James, retire. I know you didn't get the send-off that you might have wanted and all that. You got everything else. There's nothing left for you. There's absolutely nothing left for you to continue to play other than the stockpile numbers that are meaningless and can't get you anywhere else. A 4-game sweep by OKC tells you where you fit in. I get it. Luka wasn't there, but last year y'all got knocked out in the first round with Luka. Austin Reeves was there. Dude, this team, the way it's constructed right now, is not going anywhere. All these young teams, young guns. You've done everything you wanted. You've compiled all these numbers. You're the all-time leading scorer. You won 4 championships. You've got 1 million travel miles by skipping team to team. You've done everything you want to do. You forced the Lakers to draft your son. You were the first father and son team to get swept in a 4-game series. I mean, all the stuff.
Stop it with these ridiculous stats.
You got everything. You got everything you want.
Got to be kidding me. I'm shocked you. You know what? I'm shocked you waited that long to get that one in. I thought that would be on the lead, Rob G. The first father and son to get swept. I'm not gonna lie. I was shocked when I walked in here. I was like, oh, that's not what he's talking about right out the bat.
But my point is, dude, give it a break. Can you stop? Seriously. You've been around. The worst thing you want to be is stick around too long. You've already been around too long. People get tired of talking about you. People can get tired of the whole, can we stop with the LeBron and Michael Jordan conversation? I think he conceded just recently that he's not the GOAT. So what is the purpose of you continuing to play? You're going to go to another team? Is that what you want to do? Leave the Lakers, go play a year somewhere, go back to Cleveland, disrupt what they have going on for your own selfish reasons, bring your son back. Is that what you really want to do? I'm sure Donovan Mitchell really wants to be involved in that. Retire LeBron is so simple. There's nothing left on the plate. It's licked clean. Move on with your life. Go make those movies. Go do whatever you want to do in Hollywood. But you should not play basketball next season.
Ain't nobody telling you to retire. You've been here 40 years talking about you want to go 5 more years. You're going from city to city. Look at you hopping cities. Now you in Detroit again. Nobody's telling you to retire. Listen, I'm going to put it like this. We had this conversation 4, 5, 6 months ago, I actually get a lot of what you're saying on some sincerity. It makes sense, right? He's done everything. He's checked the boxes. You either say he's the GOAT or he's number 2 or 3 at this point. It's not changing for most people. Either he is or he's not. It's not really budging either way for most people. The challenge, I think, Rob, is he played very well this year. And for the Lakers organization, he was their most consistent player. Luka, we know, is their best at this point in their careers. But Luke was in and out of the lineup. Then obviously they lose him for the bulk of the end of the season and obviously into the postseason. Austin Reeves, as great as a season as he has, is proven that he's still not better than LeBron. We saw that by evidence in the playoffs. And I think that became the challenge, is that he ended up being the leader. What do you guys need from me? Play third option? I don't think I should be third option, but I'll do it to shut everybody up. He does it. They play well. They had the best month of March the Lakers have ever had at 15-2. He's playing well. Luka's playing great. Austin Reeves is healthy, and they're playing well. So he plays a third option. Getting to the playoffs, Austin Reeves is out. Luka's out. What does LeBron do? Jump on my back, and let's get past the Houston Rockets in the first round of the playoffs. So I think the challenge, I totally get what you're saying. There's nothing else to check. There's no boxes. He's got the rings. He's got the scoring title. He's played with his son. He's got all NBAs. He's been the face of the league for 2 decades. I just think he's still good, and that's the trouble. We needed this season. If your team, you wanted LeBron to retire, well, you needed him to look bad, be busted up, be injured, couldn't do anything. He's still a top 20 player. And on any given night, against pretty much anybody, including some games in the series against SGA, he was the best player on the court, including the MVP.
Dude, look, can I stop you?
Yeah.
You don't need to retire when you're busted down. when Derek Jeter got a walk-off hit against the Yankees, got a walk-off hit in his last game for the Yankees, he could have easily gone somewhere else and continued to play. And you don't have to leave on those terms. You don't. Like, you got to be batting .210 or shoot 25% from the field in order to retire. No, you don't have to leave like that. That whole notion is ridiculous. You don't have to leave on those terms.
I don't disagree with that. The problem is he has too many bullets left in the clip. Like, if he had 3 bullets of the, I don't know.
First round last year and with Luka and swept this year by SGA.
But you're looking at the end results, and I get that. But I'm saying what's still the ability. That's the challenge for him, and that's what I think for him. He probably, dang, what else do I, I've done this, I've done that. And I think he looks at these dudes and say, man, it's probably him, and that's it better than me. And I think he feels that way. He still produces. He just saw what he was able to do in 2 rounds of the playoffs.
I didn't. I really didn't.
I witnessed
see it because
I thought you saw it.
It's still about winning, and you can pile up all the numbers you want, and I get it. They got blown out. They lost by 18, except for the last game, by over 18 points. If you want to say that's a win and he was putting up numbers, somebody has to score. I just don't buy into it. I just don't. If you're LeBron James,
then Devin Brooks needs to retire. They got swept too.
Why didn't the Lakers offer him a contract? That's what I'm.
And that's a fair point. And I think Mark Walters and this new Dodger ownership,
because they're not interested in LeBron. That's why they didn't do it.
I think they're going to play a bottom line. You played great. You are our most consistent player. We appreciate that. Here's a number. I'm making it up. Here's 15, 20 million. It's reasonable. It's what we can afford to still build around you guys. And this is what we can do, period.
If I'm LeBron, I say the Guggenheims who bought the Dodgers and the Lakers, that's what the best you could do. Okay.
To build around, I think that's what they're going to do. I think they're going to say, if the point is for you and Luka and all of us to try to win, this is what we can do to try to win. If we give you 55,
you mean the team that just
million,
gave $700 million Shohei? Man, they got money. Pay the apron.
They
pay the double. Pay the double apron. Yes,
NBA
they can.
Is completely different
yes, they can.
NBA is completely different than baseball.
Go ask the Warriors. They paid the double apron.
Completely different than baseball.
You can pay it if you want to. Stop it. You acting like they don't have money.
It's not the same. I can't defer $700 million in the NBA. It's not at all the same.
No, but I'm talking about you could go over the cap and pay the double apron.
And that doesn't equate to nearly the same as going to buy players like baseball.
No, but my point is,
saying you can get a guy a couple extra dollars.
You don't have any money. Stop.
They're going to draw a line. Here's what we can do here to help you, Luka, and build around it. If you can't, that's fine, and they're going to part ways.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. My message is clear. LeBron should retire. What about you? Kelvin says no.
Nope.
Where are you? Should LeBron James retire from basketball? We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple, where we deliver insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio on a Trash Talking Tuesday. And you know what you need to do. Stick and stay.
Especially if you also think LeBron's going to play till he's 50 in the US of A.
Yeah, LeBron did a 8-city year-long interview with Dave McMenamin of ESPN.
Oh, what a shocker.
Yeah, talking about
I know, right?
I literally sent myself like a page of notes from this interview of stuff that we could get to today. But the highlight is Dave asking him about the comparisons between him and Michael, and I'll read these to you here.
Mm-hmm.
Dave asks, in your most honest, laid-bare basketball opinion, what did Michael do better than you, and what do you do better than him? To which LeBron says, oh my God, don't get me started on that. Not asking who's greater, just the aspects of your games. LeBron says, there are a lot of things that MJ did better than I do, and I think there are some things that I do better than him. That's just how the game goes. There's a lot of things that I can say in particular. You already know how this conversation is going to be misinterpreted by people, man. It goes on and goes, I think I'm 101. I think the way I play the game, I'm a 101 player, and MJ as well, an unbelievable basketball player. Dave asks him, has it been a burden as an adult? The ambition, because now everybody brings it up. You can't escape the comparison, to which LeBron says, no, I think it's a very tiring conversation. It's barbershop talk.
All right. Kelvin, is this on?
It's on.
What's today's date? What's today?
April 27th?
April 29th.
Well, I'm behind the days.
It's April 29th, and LeBron James has officially conceded in the GOAT conversation.
Okay.
He can no longer, if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. If you can't cut the mustard, don't eat the Frank. That's where we are with LeBron James.
Okay.
Because now he's trying to poo-poo the whole idea of a GOAT conversation. Oh, that's barbershop. You can't really win, and we're both great, and whenever there's a conversation, people basically dump on me. It was in the barbershop that you do that ill-fated television show, The Shop, where you sat there and you told everybody in NBA America that after you came back from a 3-1 deficit against the Warriors that you knew you were the GOAT then. Now you're saying there's no real way or path or conversation to being the GOAT. You say that because you know deep down in your heart, no matter how long you play, no matter how many stats you compile, no matter how many of your kids play in the league, people will never look at you as being the greatest of all time. And not just writers and broadcasters. Your own peers and players who you've played with, players from the past who have watched, who all say, if I'm picking a guy who's the greatest, it's going to be Michael Jordan. Yes. You even have your fans in the barbershop who are touting your stats, telling you how great you were and that you were the GOAT, wearing Jordans while they're doing it. They're not wearing your hard sneakers that nobody can play ball in or walk around in. Finally, you came clean, LeBron James, and I'm thankful. You realize that despite you self-proclaiming yourself the GOAT, that it's not going to work out for you. Having your son in the league, playing with him, going to all these NBA finals, but being the finals failure of all time, losing more finals than any other regular season MVP in the history of the NBA, and all these numbers that you compiled up, they don't make you the GOAT. Longevity and compiling stats don't make you the GOAT. And he finally, Kelvin, he's come clean and realizes that he's not the GOAT, he can't become the GOAT, and he never was the GOAT.
Where do you have him ranked?
Second.
All right. That's all I wanted to hear.
I'm not some crazy.
No. The only reason why I say that is because I think that's the context to where I feel a little differently than you. I think LeBron realized quite a bit ago he wasn't the GOAT, and I think
when was he in the barbershop?
Yep. And I'm gonna tell you why. I don't believe quite a bit of what he says because I think LeBron is fighting against LeBron. I think LeBron knows he wasn't going to be able to go. He might internally feel it, meaning like, hey, I just feel like they're the best. Like Kobe might have felt like he was the best. Like Jordan might feel like they're the best internally. But I think LeBron knew for the collective, he was not going to be that after he lost to the Mavericks because he had that thing where everyone could say, you let J.J. Barrera stop you. You let the Maverick team stop you. You didn't. You got the whole super team and you failed. And, of course, Jordan was 6-0. So I think he knew for a fact, which is why I've always believed he tried to blaze his own trail. Start to do things differently. All right, now I got the scoring title. I play with my son. I switch conferences. I got a title at the Cavs. I got a title with the Heat, couple, and I got a title with the Lakers. I've gone from conference to conference. I've gone from team to team. And so I think LeBron, to me, where he started to try to build a new case was in the other things.
What's up, Q?
What up,
How
Q?
are you?
Hey, what's happening, y'all? The best radio station in these United States.
Oh,
Man.
shout out to you, Q. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna make it real quick because I know other callers want to come in. 3 things really quick. Number 1, Rob Parker, I disagree with you as far as him retiring. I would never tell a man what he should do when he can still do it. Number 2 is that I don't care how many stats he's trying to balloon. Good for you. Number 3, get off my team so I can start rooting for my team.
Hey, Q, I got to give it to you. That was a very well measured. You like, look, I ain't telling him to retire. I love he's doing what he's doing, but get on up out of here. I give you that, Q. That was well measured.
All right, Q. Thank you. Appreciate the call, the support. Greg in Kansas. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Greg? How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Excellent, Greg. Thank you.
Hey, LeBron, leopards don't change their spots. He's going to chase another ring. He can't help it. He's not the GOAT, but he's the moat. He's a mercenary of all time.
Very nice.
He'll land somewhere and try to get another ring because he deserves it. He's due it. I'm out.
All right, no doubt. He been listening to you for a long time. He got the oats too. You know,
I
you
know.
keep an oat.
I just told you I just want to see the statue out in front of the arena in Cleveland. You know what I mean? In one hand, LeBron holding the basketball, in the other hand, a suitcase. That's all I want.
Is it going to be the one where he got up off the table and walked away? Remember that?
Yes. That was a handbag, yo.
Yeah,
he had his handbag and his culotte set.
Yeah, that was a little wild. I ain't
Were
gonna
those
lie, LeBron.
culottes?
LeBron,
What were those? Okay.
That was the top. That was a little wild, LeBron.
Yes, and it was a little zesty.
It was.
there. I mean,
It
we
was
just
a little,
can't
all
help
right,
it.
Brian. That was a little extra.
It was extra. All right, Tim in the Inland Empire, the IE. Tim, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, buddy?
Odd Couple!
Yo.
You know I had to call for and dance on the Lakers' funeral with LeBron
Yes.
as the lead. I hate LeBron. I really just don't want him on his team anymore. Don't want him in the zip code. But he should not retire. Reason being, 1, can you imagine a world where LeBron can't satisfy his ego? He's going to be on every podcast. He's going to do more TV shows. So he needs that farewell tour to satisfy that urge of somebody said bye to me. Please admire my exit of this league. So he should just go to Cleveland, and Bronny's going to be in the suitcase too, because that would be such a great storybook ending. You could play in your own backyard. You got the young kids in Cleveland. Donovan Mitchell's a star, but he's a number 2 in my opinion. I love Donovan. My favorite player to watch. He's a number 2.
Ask the Pistons.
Hey, he didn't ask you all that. He said let him talk, Rob.
He had a lot of number
39
2
points.
second half. He did a lot of number 2 in that second half, I'll tell you that, because he killed the Pistons. But for real, he's not going away without a farewell tour. He had to put it on the pin of his jersey and do this interview just to garner up somebody talking about him possibly retiring, because he doesn't feel missed. He doesn't feel wanted in L.A. Just go back to Cleveland. It'll be interesting if these young guys don't even want him back.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be Cleveland, though. Appreciate the call. I don't know, Rob, if it'll be Cleveland. Like, I could see side quest and try to play with the Warriors, him and Steph or something. I don't know. Something. I don't know if I feel like Cleveland's too obvious. You know what I mean? Like, is it the Knicks?
Well, but that's the thing that would make Sagar. Thank you very much.
It does make sense, but that's why I feel like it's almost too obvious. You want to squeeze one more? You want to go to E? What you want to do?
No, that'd be good. That's
all
it.
right.
Let's go.
Hey, appreciate
let's
the
get ready.
calls. Obviously, the phone line's still lighting up on that one. Steve DeSager is going to get you updated right now. Then we'll talk to Ethan Salaman on the other side. Steve?
Hello, let's start with the NBA playoff news as the matchup tonight, 1 in the second round, is San Antonio, tied 2 games apiece, hosting Minnesota, starts in just over half an hour. Victor Wembanyama of the Spurs is a go, despite the elbow he threw getting kicked out in Sunday's game. De'Aaron Fox, a game-time decision. He was listed as questionable with a sore ankle. Detroit, tied 2 games apiece, will host Cleveland on Wednesday. The Grizzlies' Brandon Clark passed away at age 29 in his L.A. home. 3 WNBA games tonight and 2 NHL playoff contests. Buffalo is already up 2-0 at Montreal in the first 10 minutes of their game. Montreal, for the moment, up 2-1 in this second round series. The late contest, Anaheim at Vegas. The Bengals and Falcons will play a game in Madrid in November. The season's first Monday night game will have the Chiefs hosting the Broncos. Studios. Seattle will host a Wednesday night season opener for the league in September. The NFL will release its full schedule on Thursday night. All of the international matchups will be announced Wednesday. Longtime NFL assistant Tom Moore will be a consultant at Iowa, where he played years ago. He was Peyton Manning's offensive coordinator for 11 years with the Colts. Former tight end Charlie Young died at age 75. He's a college football Hall of Famer from USC. Number 1 Yannick Sinner of Italy won his 4th-round match at the Italian Open, his 26th straight victory, but number 2 Alexander Zverev lost. NASCAR's on FS1 again this Sunday. Fox's final Cup Series telecast of the year, the All-Star race at Dover. To Major League Baseball on the scoreboard, it's Guardians 1-0 over the Angels, top of the 5th. The Yankees got a leadoff home run from Paul Goldschmidt tonight and now lead 6-0 at Baltimore in the top of the 4th inning against O's starter Trevor Rogers, who's also given up a 3-run shot to Trent Grisham. At Pittsburgh, Paul Skeens struck out the first 6 batters he faced. He's perfect through 3. Pirates 1-0 over the Colorado Rockies, top of the 4th. And the Phillies lead 2-0 at Boston in the top of the 4th inning. Kyle Schwarber has homered for a 5th straight game, his 17th home run of the season. The A's, who play one of the late games hosting St. Louis, Athletics play shortstop Jacob Wilson on the IL with a shoulder injury. Back to you.
Steve, thank you. It is the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Trash Talking Tuesday. We got, of course, that coming up next hour. Join now, Ephraim Salaam, former NFL offensive lineman, Fox Sports Radio Weekends. Ephraim Salaam, of course, on X. E, what's up, man? How you doing?
How y'all doing?
Doing great, brother. No complaints. Let's get to it. Rob says retire. I say I just don't think I think he's still too good to retire. LeBron, you are a Laker fan. Do you want to see him back? And even maybe bigger than that, just do you think it's time for him to retire or not?
Number one, I don't think it's time for him to retire. And the one thing I know about being a professional athlete, I had an opportunity to do that, and I was blessed to do it for 13 years. And although I was ready to retire and ready to walk away from it and start the other part of my life, the one thing you can't do is get it back. And so I think that was the thing that Tom Brady had a problem with. That's the thing that we see happening with Aaron Rodgers. You can't get it, especially if you're playing at a high level, right? Like if you've emptied the tank and you just can't do it anymore. Peyton Manning, right? He couldn't throw the ball down the field anymore, as great as he was. You just couldn't answer the call. Kobe Bryant at the end of his career, it was it. He couldn't be what he was, or even a fraction of who he was. Right. And when you look at LeBron and him carrying this Laker team from the end of the season into the second round of the playoffs and putting up a hell of a fight against a team that they had problems beating, or they didn't beat, even at full strength throughout the course of the year, you couldn't possibly watch him in this series, in this playoffs, or even this year, even when he was relegated to the third option, and say it's time for him to retire. And I think he feels that.
Yeah, that you pretty much said what I said, too.
Yeah, I disagree. At some point, you stick around too long, and people get sick of you. It's like, okay, enough already. How many padded stats are you going to have? How many times are you and Luka going to go out in the first round? How many times? There comes a time and a place. I hear your whole idea, but there are plenty of great players.
Well, him and Luka, they didn't go out in the first round this year. What? I don't know.
No, last year.
Yeah, but I'm saying
last year and this year they got swept
all the time.
No, last year, and then they got swept. And then I can think of a lot of great players. Even John Elway won back-to-back Super Bowls. They wanted him to come back. You know what he said? I'm good.
No,
He's still.
No, that's why he said I'm good, because he won back-to-back Super Bowls.
No. Derek Jeter left the Yankees. He could have played a couple more years. He played 20 years. He walked off his career with a walk-off hit. He still was playing at a high level, could have played more, and was like, I'm good. There comes a time sometimes just to stick around because you can. There's a way to exit gracefully, and Ephraim, that's what I'm talking about. You don't need to have your uniform kicked off. You don't need to have people get tired of talking about you. That's all I'm saying.
Is this the year, coming off this year, is this the graceful year that you think LeBron James can take?
You know why? Because they didn't even offer him a contract. If the Lakers really wanted LeBron to be a part of this,
Why didn't they offer him a contract extension, Ephraim? Come on. And then they're going to say, oh, because it's the money. The Lakers, Dodgers owners have plenty money.
Well, now they have plenty of money. They didn't prior to this happening. You do realize that new ownership just started, right? So, but to address what you were saying, we've never seen an athlete in the history of sports like LeBron James. Now, you can debate if he's the best basketball player we've ever seen, but I'm talking about in terms of the totality of him, what he's done, the longevity. I'm talking about athletes across the board in all sports. I don't know if that's a debatable topic. There's not very many people you can point to that has been a better athlete for as long as he has been and still going. I mean, there's 24, 25-year-olds in the league right now who are all-stars who couldn't put up the numbers LeBron James is still putting up at 41 in year 23. That's all I'm saying. Like, you have to put respect on what this man has been able to do.
Nobody's taking any respect, but there's also a point where you should
just break the glass and jump out the window and get it over with.
Yeah, get it over with already. People are tired. My God. Like,
Rob,
Ephraim,
I don't disagree.
You can wear out your welcome and have people look at you in a bad way. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you
like,
can,
why?
But let me ask you a question.
Why? What are you doing here?
If Michael
You're a Laker
Jordan,
fan?
we consider the greatest player ever, right? We all consider that.
Yeah.
We know that Michael Jordan is the creme de la creme. When he was at the Wizards, and he's 40 years old, if Michael Jordan was averaging 26, 8, and 8, do you think he would have just retired?
Yes, because they couldn't even make the playoffs with Michael Jordan.
No.
Are you kidding?
If Michael
it was
Jordan
embarrassing.
was putting up those numbers
it was
and
embarrassing.
playing like LeBron James
in
has been
this
playing
soft
at 41.
NBA where it's easy to score, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying it.
Do you remember his Hall of Fame speech? Do you remember?
Yeah, but he attacked everybody.
I can do it now.
Yeah, he still feels like he can put it.
That's fine. That's fine. But you know what? At some point, it's better to walk out gracefully than to have people look at you. That's all I'm saying.
But the debate is
be graceful about it.
The point, right? You're absolutely right. But the fact of the matter is, I don't believe, and he doesn't believe, and the large majority of population don't believe this is the time.
Yeah, I just Ephraim. I said that there's two. The problem is he's better than 90% of the league still.
Good.
On any given Tuesday night
seasons.
If I roll the ball out, and Rob, to your point about people tired of him. People have been tired. They were tired of him when he was going to the finals with the Cavs versus the Warriors. They were tired of him. So I think there's a part of him that has turned off to like, no matter what I do, people are going to be tired of me, annoyed of me, sick of me.
People got tired of Tom Brady at the end.
That's true.
I'm coming back. People did get tired of Tom Brady.
But I think there's a point where they realize that I have to just simply do me because I'm never going to please everybody, so I might as well please me and my family. I think that's where we are. Get real quick, Ephraim, because we got another minute or so. As far as the game today, you got the Timberwolves, you got the Spurs. What do you make of the series 2-2? Now, of course, Wemby goes down and Minnesota gets us kicked out of that game, and they're able to get the win. What do you make tonight?
Well, look, it's going to be a tough game. I do think the Spurs bounce back. I think the Spurs have the ability to win it all this year. I think the Wemby factor is that much of a plus that they can win it this year. They are a young core that they've cultivated and brought along is tremendous. The development that they've had there, the leadership of Harrison Barnes, and then a wily veteran and De'Aaron Fox, who was still one of the fastest guards in the league. I think they have what it takes to win it all. I'd love to see them in the next round with OKC, but you cannot. What Ant-Man did in that fourth quarter and the way they're playing, him on two bad knees, and what Rudy Gobert's done in this playoffs, man, they are a dangerous team.
If Wemby played, I would agree with you. But no Wemby, yeah. If Wemby played in that game and that went down, then I would be with you.
If Wemby plays that, I don't believe they win that game.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like the Timberwolves have been to the Western Conference Finals 2 years in a row, and they lose every time. And if they get there, they would lose again. I just don't see them as that team getting over the top.
Well, this is the only team that's beat OKC 3 times. OKC doesn't want any part of the Spurs. I can promise you that.
Yeah,
they don't have the formula. They don't have an answer for what they're able to do because they can match them athletically, size-wise, and physicality.
Depth too. That they got the set. They're both deep, very, very deep teams.
They can match them. They can match their bench players coming in. They're the only team set up to match what OKC exploits from other teams.
Without a doubt. Hey, we got to end it there. E, appreciate you, man. Thank you as always.
Y'all, man.
No doubt.
Always, man.
All right, we'll do it again next week. On the way, Shekel City, and also your tie-rack play of the day, and maybe a little shakeup needs to happen in Detroit. Not you, Rob. We'll talk about it in a minute. It's the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Well, speaking of forcing it, there's another person in the basketball world who's been forcing it the last couple of days.
Forcing us to have to deal with him.
Than Rob Parker's favorite player out of Michigan State.
We can't even get away from him this game. He's front row.
Draymond Money Green has been filling in for Shaq on Inside the NBA, and last night during the broadcast, Chuck said something to the effect of, the Warriors' run is over. You guys are not going to win a championship. You're too old. It happens to everybody as great as you were, 36, 37 years old. It happens. Draymond didn't seem to respond to that in a classy fashion. Take a listen.
Sports are for young people. You hope to have a great long career, but sports, nobody wins when they're 37, 38.
But you said what you said. I want to hear if he believes what you're talking.
Yeah, I mean, I think the goal is just to not look like you in the Houston Rockets uniform.
Yeah.
Is ultimately the goal for us. Like, we don't want to.
What does that look like?
Did you see it?
I'm just asking.
I saw it.
Nobody laughed because it wasn't funny. It was. If I'm gonna just be honest, I'm not with the podcast, right? If I'm not with the podcast where people don't put effort in, that's what I should say. Okay, if you're doing a podcast and you're pushing back and you're asking questions and you're giving some information and you're not doing inside jokes and all this kind of stuff, I'm okay. But the idea that some TV executive, I don't know where ESPN, wherever it could be, looks at Draymond Green and thinks that they have the next Charles Barkley. He's Charles Barkley 2.0. They could not be more wrong. I'm sorry, because I don't get it. Charles Barkley, what he said wasn't a rip on the Warriors. It was realistic. He named all the other teams. In general. He was real with it. It wasn't Draymond, you suck. That's not what the conversation was. Draymond sitting there, there's a conversation about teams getting older, and that was natural. Draymond turned into Mean Girl. He's just mean. He's not funny. He's not insightful. You can't say anything to him without him getting his panties in a bunch. How is that good television? It ain't good television. Even when Charles Barkley's ripping on something, there's a degree of humor he can laugh at himself.
Oh,
Draymond can't laugh at himself. It's always me against everybody. Oh, don't say that. You can't say anything to me. I'm going to cut you down. Nobody laughed on that set about Charles Barkley in a Rockets uniform. Because it wasn't funny. You were just trying to be mean-spirited because you've been blessed to win 4 championships. I got news for you. You weren't close to the talent Charles Barkley was. Not even close. So don't even like this whole idea. You can go ahead and play that game. Charles never won, so he's not a great player. I'm sorry. I'm not on that bus. I covered Charles Barkley during those years. You need to pop into YouTube, go to YouTube or pop in a VHS tape and watch Charles Barkley.
MVP.
He was a great player. He didn't win. Everybody doesn't win. That doesn't make you better than him. And for you to be so damn sensitive every time somebody has something to say, it's pathetic.
Yeah, and you mentioned something. if you're going to be on TV, if you're going to be on radio, one of the things you have to be is self-deprecating. You know that.
Yes.
We make fun of ourselves. We roast ourselves, or we roast you, you roast me. We go, Rob G, your legs swinging, and all. Like, it's a part of it. Seriously, we make Boomerang Bree. You know, like, it's part of the game, if you will. And anytime, and that's why people get mad at Shaq sometimes, because Shaq's always got the jokes and all that. But anytime they bring up something or somebody roasts him good, what is he? Well, you ain't got no rings, Chuck. And we all go, Shaq. It's lowbrow. It's low hanging fruit.
What is that?
Don't get mad because Shaq got you good, and then you ain't got no rings. Like that's all you ever can go to. You ain't got no rings. And it's the same thing with Draymond. It's like Austin Rivers said, dude, you're high IQ. You got this. But what are you talking about that he stunted your career? Now you got to go low. Your daddy did this. And Chuck makes a great point, and then you're trying to have a better career. By the way, you know what Chuck was averaging them years? Like 16 and 12. You know what I mean? Like
right.
they were in the postseason. So like, y'all didn't make the postseason, and you weren't averaging 16 and 12. So don't you want to at least look like that?
But did you hear the teams that he mentioned when he talked about it? Isaiah's Pistons.
It's a
Birds,
point when it ends.
Celtics. He all the great teams.
Just joined us. Appreciate that as always. Rob G will get that up on the pod. Coming up next hour, of course, is Trash Talking Tuesday. We got Kobe Price, Lakers reporter for the California Post. We'll chop it up there as well.
He'll have plenty of time now to go on vacation.
I'm
happy for him.
You're ridiculous. You brand muffin, you never change. Never change.
I'm never gonna. As long as I'm doing this, I will never change. Once I retire, I'll be the nicest uncle you ever want to meet.
Well, you are. You're all right. That's why I tell people all the time. Rob, don't let all that fool you. Rob is a little teddy bear all the time. All right, let's get to it.
Don't be doing that. Don't do that.
Oh yeah, my bad. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's gangster.
I'm a jerk.
I'm a woman.
G. All right, that's Rob G. Let's get to it. Shekel City.
Welcome to Shekel City, the home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
How'd you do?
All right, 1 and 2. That makes me what? 131 and 102. I'm all right, Alex. 131 and 102. And now here we go for the night.
All right, what you got?
Okay. I got the Spurs minus 10.5.
Dang!
I mean, the spread is 10.5.
Everyone knows it's Wimby.
Rob G, am I missing something? Is Ant out? 10.5? Did you see the new one, Rob? You saw the new Wimby?
See it.
Do that again, please. Somebody hit me with the.
Very nicely done. All right, so I got the Spurs minus 10.5 taking on the T-Wolves in San Antonio. I got the Dodgers minus 1.5 runs. They host the Giants. They lost yesterday to the Giants. The Dodgers are scuffling.
Bus.
They are on the struggle bus. Mookie Betts came back yesterday. Didn't mean anything. And I also have the St. Louis Cardinals plus 1.5 runs. They're in Sacramento taking on the A's. So, again, best bet, Spurs minus 10.5. I'm taking the Dodgers minus 1.5 runs, and I'm taking the Cardinals plus 1.5 runs against the A's. And remember,
what's that?
I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet.
Did I do that?
Did I do that?
All right, there you have it. That was, of course, Shekel City. Let's now get to your tire rack play of the day.
Schroeder ahead to Mitchell. Mitchell against Cunningham. Mitchell with 5:20 to go. Steps right, 3 ball up, and good! Oh, that was sweet from Donovan Mitchell, and he's got 38.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell went crazy. He went absolutely crazy in the business. Cavs Radio there on the call.
I tried to warn you in the first half. You didn't hear me.
Well, I thought he was going to be human and get maybe 24. Didn't think he was going to put up 40 almost in the second half. My gosh, Pistons. At that point, listen, you're in Detroit. At that point, I thought maybe Rick Mahorn might just jump out there and give him a little hip check or something. Come on now. You can't let somebody go that crazy on you. I digress. That, of course, is your Tire Rack play of the day, and for over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive, shipped fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be. Rob, speaking of the Pistons, it's that time. J.B. Bickerstaff, Coach of the Year, has been great for the Pistons. I think there's a loyalty factor with Jalen Duren, who averaged 21 and 11, 20 and 11 for them throughout the year. It's that time. It is the time for him to start playing Paul Reed, because at this point, what you're getting out of him in limited minutes, last game he scored 15 points in 14 minutes. Game before that, 11 points in 10 minutes. You're getting production out of him, and guess what he had? 4 rebounds last night, 15 and 4. You know what Jalen Duren did in 27 minutes, Rob? Your big, strong, brute center. 2 rebounds, Rob. 2 more rebounds than you.
So this is the guy. So you don't want him to. You're gonna bench him or whatever, like reduce his minutes, bench him, whatever you want to do.
Absolutely.
And you're going to give him $200 million when the season's over.
You remember you asked me this a week or two ago. I told you no.
I'm just saying, but that's what's on the table.
And he is hurting himself game by game. There's no way you're arguably the buffest dude in the league, the strongest dude, and you're giving me 2 rebounds. And 4 the game before that. He's discombobulated. He's lost. They're getting in his head. And obviously he's going to play some minutes, but you have to reduce those minutes absolutely and give them to Paul Reed. It's time for you got to win a game at home. It's time to do it.
We are Baltimore.
Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not going to see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion. Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm going to go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in, and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys. They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
Tonight's second-round NBA playoff game starts within the next 10 minutes. San Antonio tied 2 games apiece, hosts Minnesota. Victor Wembanyama is starting despite being kicked out in the second quarter Sunday for throwing an elbow. No suspension or fine from that. De'Aaron Fox is starting. He is available despite the sore ankle. Dylan Harper of the Spurs is available despite a knee injury recently. As for the Grizzlies, Brandon Clark in the news for dying at his home in L.A. at age 29. Drug paraphernalia was found. It's being investigated as a possible overdose. Clark was born in Vancouver, went to high school in Phoenix, played college basketball for San Jose State and Gonzaga, and former player Jason Collins died of brain cancer at age 47. 3 WNBA games tonight, 2 in the NHL, including right now a 1-1 game, Sabres at Montreal, late first period. I'm Steve DeSager.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Our number 2 here on the Odd Couple.
Number 2.
That's right, on a Trash Talking Tuesday. Always good to know. Don't forget, your chance to trash anyone, anything in the world of sports is coming up in about 45 minutes, so you want to be ready for that. If you want to trash Kelvin, just go ahead and do so.
My My headphones weren't working. What you say?
Yeah,
Huh?
I'm just saying. It could be you.
Stop it.
And I do want to say for over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installations. They could come to you, your job, your house, whatever, and put the tires on. It's great. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. We've told you about our YouTube channel. Real simple. Just go to YouTube and search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Again, hit that subscribe button and tap the thumbs up icon and comment away. Just go to Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. So there you go. And Kobe Price, the beat writer for the Lakers, for the California Post, on vacation pretty soon. Happy for Kobe and his family. But we are.
What you trying to say? Got some vacation coming up? Some time?
Yeah, just a little vacation. It's very nice.
What's funny is it might be even more chaotic now because the whole scramble of, what do they do? Do they keep it to the sign?
You got to keep an eye on it. Right? Until it's solved, you probably can't really relax.
Right.
Because you also don't want to be beaten on that story about LeBron and what's going to happen if they cut ties. That's you got to keep calling people, sources, all that kind of stuff that goes on. So don't forget about Trash Talking. Again, 877-99 on Fox. That's for about 40 minutes. You'll be able to jump in on that. Rob G, Donovan Mitchell, of course, had the big game, the big second half. But there is a player who has actually played pretty well the last couple of games for the Cleveland Cavaliers. His name is?
Slim Jim Harden. Now, of course, let's not belittle the point. Donovan Mitchell had himself a heck of a half yesterday.
No, it was historic. It was historic. Well, only Eric Sleepy Floyd, right? He tied Eric Sleepy Floyd, right, with the 39 points?
That is correct. Now, Donovan Mitchell.
That's a throwback.
We talked about it during the game, during the show yesterday. 1 for 8 to start the game, only have 4 points at halftime. And then absolutely exploded in the second half. 38 points in the second half. Could have had the record if he would have made a free throw with 27 seconds left. Dude's a bum. Should have made that free throw.
Yep.
But the only reason why the Cleveland Cavaliers were even in it in the first half and were able to withstand that miserable first half showing by Donovan Mitchell and had an opportunity for the magical second half is because James Harden had another solid game for the Cleveland Cavaliers. We're on game 3. Plays 40 minutes, 8 of 14, 19.7 assists, had a couple of key baskets down the stretch to get them a win in that game. And in game 4, even though the shooting numbers weren't great, only 5 of 14, here's the thing. In the first half, held them together, finished with 24 and 11, only 2 turnovers, which is a big thing for him. And as a result, this series is tied 2-2. The Cleveland Cavaliers are live once again.
And Kelvin, I understand. I'm not even going to sit here. Donovan Mitchell's their guy, all right? If he plays poorly, they're not going to do anything. But James Harden is the one, as we talked about it for game 4. He kept them in that game. The Pistons could have run away with it, right? Mm-hmm. Like their big dog wasn't doing anything. If James Harden had laid an egg in that first half, the Pistons might have been up by 14 rather than just 4 in the first half, and maybe could have withstood, the charge that came, Mm-hmm. It's not like they only wound up losing by, less than 10, 9
it
or
ended
something?
up being like 8 or 9, something like that, yep.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that could have
points.
made a big difference, and that's why I'm saying James Harden, if you're getting production and he's not turning the ball over, he makes them a tougher team to beat. That like really tougher. And I think they're hoping that they can get one magical game out of him on the road in Detroit. If James Harden can somehow turn back the clock or continue to play as well as he played the last 2 games, and again, the shooting numbers last night weren't great, but he had 24 and 11. Would you take that?
Mm-hmm.
Of course you would, Kelvin, right? You'll take 24 and 11. So it's huge. And he, to me, if they're going to get to the Eastern Conference Finals and have a chance, to beat the Knicks and I'm not one who's crowning the Knicks or crowning the Pistons or thinking that the Cavs can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
If James Harden is not the star, he doesn't have to be the star. He just has to be productive. Give them a couple. If you're playing a 5 or 6 game series, give me 3 or 4 games where you play well. You know, Kelvin, not every night. He's 36. It's not going to be every night. I'm not sitting here telling you he's going to play like he played in Game 3 every night. If you're banking on that, it ain't going to happen for you. But you can't have the 2 bad games that he had in Game 1 and 2 in Detroit. That can't be consistent. James Harden is the X factor for the Cavs getting to the NBA Finals. I'm feeling more and more like he is going to be the reason that they have a shot. I believe that they come back and beat the Pistons in this series. And I don't even think it's going to go 7. I believe they steal Game 5 in Detroit. Kelvin, you tell me you watch the team closer than I do.
Mm-hmm.
Cade feels tired, looks tired to me. Am I misspeaking?
No.
He looks tired to me, and I'm worried. First game, he didn't have 20 points. He just wasn't in the flow, the mix. I don't know what it is, and it's felt that way the last couple games.
I think the benefit, you just mentioned something, the last couple games, and that's why you're right. And if this was the good old days and it was the finals, but just using it as an example of, remember it was 2-3-2 in the finals? Yep. If there were 3 in Cleveland,
that was to save money, right?
Yeah, I would be right. I would be like, ooh, because I do think a couple of things are at play right now. I think you're seeing the best version of James Harden because they are at home, and we know what happens with role players. And at this point, he's a really good role player, right? He's not a superstar. I think he's a star by name. I don't think he's a star anymore. He's starring in his role as kind of the facilitator from time to time. And look what happens when on the road. We talk about this all the time. What do role players do? They shoot better. James Harden, the last couple of games from 3, 50%. He is 8 for 16 from 3 as he's been on the road. He shot 9 for 9 from the free throw line. You know what the big issue was those 2 games in Detroit? What did we talk about? Turnovers. What does he have now? 18 assists to 5 turnovers in the last 2 games. So if I'm the Pistons, and if you're the Pistons, you're wondering, role players play better at home. He's one of, I don't want to belittle him, just a role player.
Players never play well on the road. Let's not make
of
it
course
like,
not. No. What I'm saying is, if you're the Pistons, you got to be saying, okay, we've seen 4 games. We saw either mid or not great from James Harden the first 2 games. We saw the best version of him this series in the 2 games at home. And you got to say, all right, we're going to get back to what we do at home. Our role players, Duncan Robinson, guys coming off the bench. Does Hollins have a bigger game? Karis LeVert played very well. They wasted a Karis LeVert game this past one, in my opinion. 20-plus points from him. Cade, I think, is the same thing. I think he needs to be rejuvenated when he gets home. That energy he'll get from the role player stepping up. Because you're right, so much has been on his shoulders to ignite the offense. He's the initiator. He's the one that's setting the tone. They need a clutch shot. It has to be him. So much is on his shoulders. So he did look a little bit gassed. And to his credit, he's one of the, young guys who's on both ends. He plays defense hard as well. So I think he is a big gas. And this is every other day now. But he's got to suck it up because they absolutely need him. But I have to agree with you, and I don't like it, that James Harden is going to be critical because you can mark down 25, 28 points for Donovan Mitchell. He's going to get
and
that.
it might be more.
It could be 30, 25 to 35.
Right,
Let's put it
I
in
agree
that
with
range.
you. Right, I agree.
And that's just what he does. And I think, but for Donovan Mitchell, to me, the only thing I'll say is this is where, to me, Donovan Mitchell has an opportunity to separate himself. Is Donovan Mitchell closer to an Ant Edwards, an SGA, those types of guys, a Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum type, Jalen Brunson type, who he may be facing next round if they get past the Pistons? Or is he more of a better version of a Jamal Murray, who they both went crazy in the bubble against each other? And I think this is also a series where I'm watching Donovan Mitchell. Are you going to take that next step to superstardom or just a really good player who plays with the Cavs who always gets out in the first or second round?
He had a superstar second half.
Without a doubt.
In a game that they had to have. Like had he finished that game the way he started it and they lost, then people would have said, okay, Donovan Mitchell's not that guy.
So
like, here it is. Here was a big game. He didn't show up. He played poorly, but
and
he
this
didn't
is why
come
there'd
out.
be a knock on him, which is why. So my point is, I totally get what you're saying. Every team needs that other guy, and for them, it has to be James Harden. But I'm still going to say this series is about Donovan Mitchell for me. This is the Donovan Mitchell series because this can be that separator. This can be that series for Donovan Mitchell where we
can't do it. He can't do it by himself.
No, I agree.
I think,
but
I think it's just like Cade. I mean, you'll sit there. Cade can't win this series by himself. As good as Cade is, he can't.
But he can be magical. And I'll give you, you were there in Detroit covering the Pistons. And it was the same two teams. Donovan Mitchell ain't LeBron, but what I mean is some young 22-year-old dude went crazy in the Palace. 25 points straight. What was it? 30 of the 32 points for the Cavs straight against the Pistons, who were on their way to the finals in their mind. Are we going right back to the finals? We win in 04. We win in 05. We'll go again. And LeBron just goes nuts. And Donovan Mitchell.
I don't see Cade on that.
Well, no, I'm saying Donovan Mitchell.
LeBron?
I'm saying Donovan Mitchell needs to have a series to me. I'm saying this is going to be on him because the James Harden already has the knock on him, right? Oh, James doesn't do anything to play out. It's already said and done.
But it's scary to me because it won't take much. If James Harden can play a really good game in Detroit, seriously, this is a moment for James Harden. If he plays well, they win Game 5 and then able to come back to Cleveland. I believe the series is over.
I guess where I'm not disagreeing. James Harden needs to play well. I'm saying the series ultimately is going to be more about Donovan Mitchell to me.
Okay. I just think it's James Harden. If James Harden can play not the way he played in Houston and all that, I'm not expecting him to score 36 points and knock down 8 threes. That's not what I'm saying. We need more of what we've seen the last two nights.
I get that.
Last two games.
I think for me, I guess.
And that's what makes, I think, the difference in where the Cavs are. And remember, they were in an 0-2 hole. Like they had no margin for error. Like that, there's a big difference between playing when you're up 2-0 and playing from behind 0-2 and you know you can't lose. That's what I'm impressed by. If it was the other way around, then it'd be like, okay, well, they won the first 2 games. He had no real pressure on him. James Harden had to play well, and he did.
He did. And I just still think, to me, every now and again when you become a star or a superstar, you have a series or that moment that catapults you. And I think this for Donovan Mitchell could be that, where he gets catapulted into where we start talking about him. He's so far down the list. We don't mention him. We go through Giannis and Joker and this person, still LeBron, Luka, SGA, Jalen Brunson, Cade. We'll go down so far, and Edwards, before we get to him. And I think this is one of those series where he has a chance to really say, I'm in that mix. Put some respect on my name.
All right, the Lakers can't afford to run it back in 2026. We'll get into that next. It is the Odd Couple on a Trash Talking Tuesday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, where we deliver insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio. And you know what you need to do, Alex?
What's that, Rob?
Stick and stay.
Especially if you're having some manhood trouble in the US of A.
Tell them about it.
Rob G, the Boston Celtics, Game 7. Couple issues, but, of course, Jaylen Brown highlighted.
Yeah, we had a few Game 7s over the weekend, and this one was on Saturday, so we expected this one we get to later in the show. It's not a big deal. We're 2 Game 7s removed from that. But Jaylen Brown had to get on Twitch on Sunday night and made some comments about what went wrong for Boston during that series, and it got everybody up in roar. Take a listen.
What are y'all talking about? They clearly had an agenda. They clearly had on a red board. If Jalen does this move, call the offensive foul on him every time. I don't know if it's because I pissed the refs off. I've been critical about them, and I called them out a bunch of times. They were like, you know what, I got you in the playoffs. Watch this. And that's exactly what they did. And when you're in the middle of the series, I don't got time to say that because that's a distraction. I'm trying to focus. But now that's over, I've been doing that all regular season. Everybody's been doing it all regular season. You're gonna call that on me every time. And y'all don't see it like it's an agenda. It's clearly an agenda. Look at the same move.
Okay. It could all be true, but it comes out as sour grapes when you blow a 3-1 lead. And we can talk about the Celtics all we want, and the same thing comes up. They live by the 3, they die by the 3, right? When they lost to the Knicks last year, what happened? They missed 75 out of 100 threes. They go up 3-1. They shoot 28% in the last 3 games, and guess what? You get knocked out.
Yep.
So you can talk about all you want. It just sounds bad. Jaylen Brown had a great year, absolutely great year. So let me tell you. So they allowed you to do whatever you wanted, and now they want to punish you because they have an agenda against you somehow, and now all of a sudden that's the reason you lost. How was it that maybe it was Tatum, right, not being there, which is a big blow. Nobody's going to poo-poo that or act like it's not. And then the idea that this team has lived and died by the 3. I'm sorry. I can't get with it.
Man, absolutely not. You took it nicely on them, to be honest with you. I'm beyond disappointed in Jaylen Brown. First of all, go to Cancun first. 1, 2, 3 Cancun. Go take the break. Go relax. Get your mind off it because you just mentioned.
The only problem is Vrabel and Rossini's on the boat, so there might not be any room. Did you see?
Yeah, and then they might have been taking Spirit, so there might not be no flights right now.
That was something for inside the NBA. Did you see it?
Oh, they put them on the gone fishing joint. Yeah,
they put them on the boat.
Well, that show doesn't shy away from it.
No, but that's so anti-ESPN.
Yeah.
Though. Remember, they're not on TNT.
Well, they told
anymore.
them if we're gonna do it, let us do us.
I was shocked.
Now Ernie might have been like, "Come on, y'all. Now, come on now." But this is my issue with Jaylen. First of all, you just lost. You got to have some grace. You got to show some love to the Sixers, or you don't have to say anything. You can just go, like I said, 1, 2, 3 Cancun it, relax, get on a floaty in the ocean or in a pool, relax, drink a Mai Tai or something, and stop talking about it because it only makes you look bad. Also, here's what I don't like. What he doesn't take account for is the fact that this team has won a championship before, and they were supposed to have the championship pedigree. The Sixers are the ones that we say they're going to panic, they're going to freak out, and B can't win a Game 7. This is supposed to be the case, right? He's coming off of an injury, and yet it was the Celtics who looked like they'd never been there before. You know what they did when they were down 1 point, Rob? 1 point with 3 minutes left in the game? They shot 7 to 8 more threes. 3 after 3 after 3. You're down a single point. Joe Mazzulla, you know what you can do? It's called adjust. Make an adjustment. Switch things up. Get somebody on the block. Have somebody draw a foul. Have somebody come off a curl like Rip Hamilton used to do and get an elbow shot. And the fact of the matter is they did the same old thing that they did last year. Shoot all these threes in crunch time when it mattered most. No variety, no mixing it up. And they lost. You live by the 3, you die by the 3, and you know what they say. The definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing over, expecting different results. And that's what they did. They did the exact same thing over. You can't shoot 129 threes, Rob, in 3 games and only make 36. Dare I also say, when you look at the roster, let's call it out. Let's call it what it is, Rob. Sam Hauser. You go with guys like you're playing Garza. You're playing Shireman. You're playing
none of that. I mean, it doesn't matter.
No, here's where I'm going, though.
Okay,
their roster is built to only do that. And that's the issue I have with the Celtics as a whole.
But it's work for them, and I'm just saying that's who they are.
Right.
And when they're not falling, you're going to
Well, dang
lose.
it, Rob, the luck of the Irish ran out.
Okay.
And I'm okay with that. Mix it up, and I'm glad I saw.
But they're not going to do that. I'm with you.
Why can't
I'm
they?
with you. That's not what they do.
If you look at what we saw
that's not
over
what
the
they do.
I hear you.
I hear you. What you're
but
saying.
That's 2 years in a row now.
What you're saying makes a logical sense. You're down by
How dare
one.
I be logical,
You
Rob?
don't need threes, right? They're not hearing you. This is who we are. This is what we do. If they don't go down, we got to live with it. And they got to live with it. So, but.
I know exactly what you're talking about. And when I this past media day, this past season for them, I brought it up to him. I said, because that his haircut was different that time. He's like, yeah, I get bored, and every summer I kind of just do a new haircut. So,
Rob G, did you notice that or not?
I don't know about you, Rob. I don't see color.
Okay.
Usually the people who say that are the main ones.
Racist. Oh, the main one.
Yeah,
exactly.
they're the main culprits.
Racist.
I don't see color Kentucky Fried Chicken. Right. You know, like they'll say that.
Yep. I don't see anything. Yeah, no,
his hair is jet black.
I think it's the Jap. I'm serious. He's half Japanese.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like Japanese people have really, really black hair, Alex. It's not racist. I'm just making an observation.
He agrees with you.
You agree with me?
That's true.
So I think that's
jet
what it is.
black.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. By the way, if you miss any of today's show, where we're breaking down people's hair color, be sure to catch the podcast. Just search The Odd Couple wherever you get your pod. Please follow the pod.
Mine is gray now.
Rate it. Yeah, I'm getting there at the top of there.
Oh, please.
No, dude. Listen, the way Soccer's got these lights, everything looks dark, but I'm getting there. The Odd Couple, again, just search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. You'll find it. Give us 5 stars, review it, all that good stuff. We greatly appreciate it. Just search The Odd Couple wherever you get your pods. It'll pop up. You'll get a full version and a best of version at the end of the show. All right.
I want to say this real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. So, every Tuesday I've been dropping the 40th anniversary of me being a baseball writer, and I did one today. If you didn't get to see it on X or IG, go to Rob Parker MLB, bro.
What you drop? What's today?
And today's was I wrote a column in 1995 about Mickey Mantle passing. So far, we've gotten over 22,000 views on Twitter alone. And
nice.
So if you didn't get to see it, take a look at it. And basically, I wrote that this was on his passing. I wrote a column where I basically said that I'd rather take a sports hero from today, back then in 95, rather than in the past, because they used to glorify these guys and not tell the truth about them. You know what I mean? Their ills and all that kind of stuff. So in this column, I called him a drunk and a bad father.
Oh, my.
And Newsday got the most mail from any column in the history of the newspaper.
Yeah, I bet. What? Okay, now, by the way, just screw what we were going to talk about. Now,
No, it doesn't.
I need to talk here because when you do that and this mail's coming in, what are they doing with the mail? What are you doing? Is it hate mail? Is it well, obviously it's hate mail, but I mean, is it like over the top? Like,
No, it's over the top and all that because obviously my picture's in the paper, so they.
What you trying to say? Racism?
Yeah, I mean they know, and so they wanted because it's funny. I've written columns that have run in other newspapers where they don't, where they take your column
Yep.
and they put it in the Seattle paper or some other paper, but there's no picture.
Right.
It's just your name and it's commentary. And you don't get any kind of racist kind of comments, even if they dislike your column, because they don't know you're black. And they assume that you're not black because you're writing a sports column.
Right.
Does that make sense?
It
you know
does.
what I mean?
No, I get it.
Yeah,
Especially those times.
But this
yeah.
one was worth talking about. That's the only reason why I brought it up, because I just saw the number. 22,000 people have looked at it on Twitter, and another, 17 or 18 on Instagram. So if you get a chance, go check the video out. It's pretty good.
No doubt. Go check that out. Before we get to Kobe, we'll talk a little bit more with him in a couple of minutes. I did just want to throw out the idea, Rob, that I know you want LeBron to retire, but put that to the side, meaning let's just say he says, no, I'm not retiring. It becomes interesting to me what the Lakers will decide to do. I mean, it's reports out there that Luka had made it a point, hey, I don't want to play with Giannis. I want to play with Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves is the kind of guy he wants to have as his sidekick, if you will. And then again, the Lakers.
So he doesn't want to win, huh? Okay.
The Lakers have said that obviously they want to keep LeBron. My whole point, I don't think you can keep three of them. Like, I don't think, even if LeBron were to take a haircut, I don't think you can keep the three of them, because I don't think that's going to be a good match for what you need moving forward, right? We're looking at this team right now. I'm looking at the Spurs. They're so deep. They got a bunch of young guys. Even Minnesota's got they got a great balance of some young and vets, but you look at the Thunder, young as heck. The Pistons, young. You look at what's coming. There are a handful of teams that got that good mix, the Knicks. But my point is, you can't have Luka, who has been injury prone lately, and then you can't have LeBron, who's going to be 42, and then you can't have Austin Reeves, who, as good as he is, you're only getting mostly 60, 70% of him, meaning he's not a great defender. And what you're needing right now is, Rob G knows, one of my new favorite players in the league is Jaden McDaniels of the Timberwolves. You need him. You need an OG Anunoby. You need an Amin Thompson type of guy. And I don't think rolling out the three of them will work again. So I think the Lakers are going to be in a situation where they're going to have to decide between the two. Do you keep Austin Reeves and run him up with Luka? Do you say
But that's why they didn't offer LeBron a contract. I think it's pretty obvious, don't you?
No, because here's why. I get your sentiment, but what if Reeves wants the bag, the max, Superman, whatever he can get, and you're like, I don't know if I want to give you all of that. I'd rather spend that money and get a bunch of, like I said, a Jaden McDaniel guys or something. That's why I don't think it's quite as obvious. Like, I think he did his whole career based on being a Laker. If you know that everybody's like, oh, he's undrafted. Well, he chose to be undrafted. The Pistons, ironically enough, wanted to bring him in, but his agent said, no, we're going to go undrafted so they can go into camp with the Lakers, and then the Lakers will sign him because he has some relationships there, his agent. So I do think Austin Reeves will work out some deal, maybe to take a little bit less, but they're going to have to make a decision, because I don't think they can run it back with all three is my point. I just don't see that being possible, and I don't see that being beneficial to them moving forward.
All right, and you should call in, line up for Trash Talking, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Your chance to trash anyone, anything in the world of sports.
We'll do that in a little bit. Right now, we're going to check in with Steve DeSager. After him, we'll have Kobe Price. Steve.
We'll get to Victor Wembanyama's night in just a moment, but Paul Skeens in Pittsburgh had a no-hitter until one out in the seventh inning. It's now a one-hitter through seven. Pirates are leading 2-0 over Colorado. Skeens nearly had a perfect game going, because top of the fifth, he hit a batter, but that runner was then erased on a caught stealing. Right now, 10 strikeouts, no walks through seven, a one-hitter for Skeens, and he's thrown only 89 pitches. What a start at San Antonio for the Spurs. And Victor Wembanyama. It's Spurs 24-11 over Minnesota, mid-first quarter. This is game number 5 of their second-round series. Series even at 2. Wembanyama, in 6 minutes on the court, has 16 points and 5 rebounds. The Spurs are 9 of 13 shooting from the floor. Detroit tied 2 games apiece. Will host Cleveland on Wednesday. Then Game 6 of that series will be Friday at Cleveland, and the Cavs are 6-0 at home this postseason. Daryl Morey, according to ESPN, is out as 76ers team president, and Nick Nurse will stay as head coach. The Grizzlies' Brandon Clark died at age 29 in his L.A. home. Former player Jason Collins died of brain cancer at age 47. In the NHL playoffs at Montreal, early second period, Canadiens 2-1 over the Buffalo Sabres. Later, it's Anaheim at Vegas. More news on schedules in the NFL in Paris. It'll reportedly be New Orleans against Pittsburgh Week 7. The Bengals and Falcons will play a game in Madrid in November. The season's first Monday night game will have the Chiefs hosting the Broncos. Seattle will host the league season opener on a Wednesday night early September, maybe against New England. The NFL will release its full schedule this Thursday night. Number 1 Yannick Sinner of Italy won his 4th-round match at the Italian Open. Coco Gauff advanced to the women's semis there. In Major League Baseball, starting pitcher for the Phillies doing okay tonight, Zach Wheeler, 6 2/3, a shutout going at Boston. It's 2-0 Phils, bottom of the 7th. Kyle Schwarber has homered for a 5th straight game. He's up to 17 home runs this season. Thing about Zach Wheeler, the first 3 innings, he needed 16 pitches total to go the first 3 innings. The fewest pitches thrown by a starter through 3 since at least 2000. Right now it's 82 pitches in the bottom of the 7th at Fenway. Now Phillies 2-1 over Boston. Also in progress.
All right, take him out the 3rd time around,
It is Yankees up 6-2 at Baltimore in the top of the 7th. The O starter was Trevor Rogers, just off the IL for illness. He pitched 4 innings, was down 6-0. Again, Spurs leading 26-16 in the first against Minnesota. 16 points for Victor Wembanyama. Back to you.
Steve, I don't know if you knew this, but Wembanyama is really good at basketball.
I've heard that.
Okay. I don't know if you knew that. Thank you, Steve. Odd Couple.
Everyone knows it's Wemby. That's why he has a song.
No, he's insane. Like, watch it. The moves he just did, a little spin move into a left-hand crazy dunk. He's ridiculous. It is the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on a...
Elijah, and what the stuff that him and Saga put together.
Yeah, they went crazy the last month or so. I got our new intro.
But I got, it's really, really good, but I have an even better idea when I get back from Detroit for our show.
Okay.
Oh, God.
I think I felt Saga and Elijah both just roll their eyes. Like, at that moment, they rolled their eyes.
They roll their eyes like, well, could you just do your lazy,
you do
lame
your
talk show?
And let us
could you do your lame talk show?
I'm a visionary.
Yeah. Let me tell you, stream us live wherever you happen to be, by the way. You can check out the iHeart app, catch us, and all your favorite Fox Sports Radio shows. You can do it live 24/7 in the new and improved iHeart app. Just search Fox Sports Radio in the app to stream us live all day, every day. And be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of the presets in iHeart, so it'll always pop up at the top of your screen. Joined now by Kobe Price. Kobe didn't want to hear nothing we were just talking about right there. Lakers reporter for the California Post. Kobe, what's up?
What's up?
How's it going? How y'all feeling?
Man, we're feeling
We're
good,
doing
man.
great.
Feeling great.
I'll be feeling better if LeBron retires, but
Oh wow, you trying to get him out of here?
Yeah, he's trying to get him out.
I'm done. I'm done.
You're
I'm
done
with LeBron.
How come?
Yes. Because it's a tired act. You're not going to what is all you're doing is padding stats. You're not going to win a championship as constructed. What is the purpose of it? There's nothing else left to do for him. Why didn't the Lakers offer him a contract extension if they want him back so bad? Help me with that.
Well, I mean, I think part of it is, they may want him back, but they don't want him back on the LeBron terms. They want him back on. They're happy to have him.
But they could have made. But they could have made him an offer on their terms at the time, and LeBron could have said yay or nay. Right? They didn't even offer him that.
Yeah. No, I mean, not at the time. Not at the time. But I mean, this offseason, both sides can come to the table and work on something, that suits both parties. I think the other thing that is, to that question or to that point is LeBron probably more likely to take, and not saying with certainty, just probably more likely to take a pay cut that the Lakers would probably, if they bring him back, that they would want him to take or bring him back on, rather than last offseason agreeing to a contract extension that would drop his salary significantly. More likely for that to happen as an unrestricted free agent this summer as opposed to last summer.
I don't see LeBron taking a pay cut. I don't see it.
Go ahead.
And my point is, this isn't a team that is on out west. They're like, it's not like LeBron is like, I'm gonna take a pay cut because this team can win the championship. As I look around out west, that's not what it feels like. You don't know if Luke is going to be healthy. You don't know if Austin Reeves can make a field goal in the postseason. I'm like, that's the team I'm going to take a pay cut to do this again? I just don't see
I don't think the pay cut would be for that, Rob. I think the pay cut would be to stay in L.A. Family's here. Son is in
You
Phoenix
can still
or
stay
Tucson
there.
playing.
Family don't have to move. They don't have to move for him to go play 40 games on the road.
He don't want to be. He don't want to leave his 12-year-old daughter. The man he loves his family so much he played with his son. Rob, what are you talking about? He done got his son on the team to your chagrin, and you think he wants to be all the way away from them? Are you crazy?
Kobe, when they were eliminated, did you write for your lead of your story in the California Post that it was historic, the first father and son to be swept in a playoff series? I just want to know, was that your lead?
It was not my lead. It was not my lead. It was more toward the bottom of the story. A little, one graph down toward the bottom. No, it was no. I mean, to the point of, LeBron, like, for all and maybe I've said, I've been on the show a couple times. I mean, LeBron he loves Los Angeles. Like every time the Lakers and LeBron James have been at this impasse, they've always come back together, for better or worse, right? So it does feel like, look, if you ask me, I think, talking to people around the team, around the league, it would be more of a surprise. It's more likely that LeBron James is going to play a 24th NBA season than it is for him to retire. Now, I say that saying that you also talk to the same people. They believe that he doesn't even know yet. So a lot of people around him, around the league, are be like, it wouldn't be a surprise either way, but most are expecting him, or the general feeling is more expecting to come back for a 24th NBA season than not. Then you break it down from there. Okay, if you're going to play a 24th NBA season, where's it going to be?
That's the conversation. Let me ask you this. Kobe Price joining the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on a TV thing on Thursday, Trash Talking Tuesday. Let me ask you, the other side of this is their star player in Luka, the guy who they've kind of handed the keys to the franchise over to.
Yep.
Do you think Woody just covering the team, being around it? What do you think? Is he like kind of subliminally something? Hey, I'm ready to move on from LeBron. Do you think he wants LeBron back? Just curious of how their dynamic is. Do you think maybe March played a huge role where they went 15-2 and looked really good?
Yeah, I mean, there is. I mean, I think both Luka and LeBron have spoken about it. At one point, LeBron was asked who his favorite, and this was years ago, LeBron was asked who his favorite player in the league is, and he said Luka, or favorite player to watch, rather. He said Luka, and Luka has talked about how much he's admired LeBron. Luka's, 27, LeBron's 41, so he basically got to see, grow up watching him. So there, again, Luka and LeBron, they have a respect for one another, respect for each other's games, and there was that period in, late February going into March, right before the injuries in early April, where you start to see that chemistry form. And, everyone was starting to play their roles as they needed to for the team to have success. So when you enter this offseason, into this summer, that's going to be a key sticking point in terms of, Luka, LeBron, and Austin. There's a formula for it to work, or at least they feel like there's a formula for it all to work. So there's respect there.
You believe that? Do you believe that, Kobe? You cover the team. You believe that?
Believe which part of it? The respect there?
No. The idea that there's a formula to make it work where they can bring the same three people back in the same situation. Do you believe that there's a pathway to a championship with those three players?
Yeah, there is. I mean, it's a narrow path.
I don't see
it.
I don't see that at all. They
I'm
couldn't
not
even
saying
win
that.
it. I can't see it.
Well, I mean, the other part of it is, this is why you get into the pay cut part of it is, it's hard to do that when if the path is LeBron making $50 million and Luka's making his money, remember he's going to have an extension that kicks in next year and Austin's about to get a pay raise, there's no path in that. Like, you're just spending too much money on your top stars. But if LeBron takes a pay cut, obviously Austin's going to get a pay bump. So is Luka as part of his extension. But it's about filling out the rest of the roster. I mean, the thing, obviously, Luka wasn't available for the second-round sweep against the Thunder. But the other thing that stood out is that, hey, it wasn't even – obviously, Shea had a great game 4 in L.A., but it wasn't even Shea or the star players who were balling out. I mean, Jared McCain had 2 big games in Oklahoma City. Yeah. A.J. Mitchell continued his surge as a high-level player in the NBA as Jalen Williams sits out. Kason Wallace had big games for the Thunder. You go on down the line, Isaiah Hartenstein. Like, I'm watching right now the Timberwolves versus the Spurs and the variety of role players who have stepped up in the series for both teams. I mean, Anthony Edwards was out, and they still beat the Nuggets. So it's about your depth. And if LeBron's willing to take a pay cut And if Austin's able to, willing to take a little bit less than his max, you can build out the rest of the roster because the difference, at least in the OKC Lakers series, wasn't even fully about the top talent. But yes, I would put like Shea and AJ Mitchell, or Shea and Chet, whoever you want to do, or just the top three players from the Thunder outplayed the top three from the Lakers. But the biggest difference was the rest of the roster outplayed the Lakers, or OKC's roster outplayed the Lakers mightily.
No
and
doubt.
That's where the Lakers need to make up their gap.
Yeah, the depth is the thing in the NBA right now for sure. Hey, Kobe, man, we're up against it. Appreciate it, man. We'll do it again soon.
Thank you so much.
Oh, I appreciate you guys for having me.
No doubt. Kobe Price, give him a follow. Kobe _ that's KHOBI, by the way, _ Price. Give him a follow. Trash Talking Tuesday.
Is that like Kobe beef? Is that what that is?
That is like, well, or is that, yeah. That's.
Yeah.
877-99 on Fox, 877-99 on Fox. Chris, stop it, Chris. Stop it, Chris. Trash Talking Tuesday. No, I want the Rob laugh. Give me the Rob laugh. That's just extreme. He might have won an Oscar for that. That's what I want. You. Oh, man. Trash Talking Tuesday. Hit us up. The Odd Couple. Fox Sports Radio. Let me hear that laugh one more time.
James Harden, he never disappoints. Every spring, or what are we? Not in the summer yet, so every spring. James Harden does what he does, and it just falls in line to his MO and who he is.
That's right. Our Detroit Pistons take game one over the Cleveland Cavaliers, but you mentioned it. James Harden, if you look at the stat line, hey, 22 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, a steal, 2 blocks. Slim Jim Harden came to play. And then you read a little bit further, and you see that he had more turnovers, 7, than made baskets, 6. That is the third time he's had more turnovers than made baskets in this playoff alone, the 29th time in his playoff career. Guys, here's another one. Across 181 career playoff games, 1 in every 4 times, James Harden will have as many turnovers or more turnovers than made baskets. Shout out to Slim Jim Harden, being who we thought he was.
And I'm just going to say this.
What you going to say, Rob?
It's plain and simple. Because I know people have they'll take a look at somebody's stats or whatever and, all the numbers that he compiled and whatnot and go, man, this guy's been one of the all-time great scorers in this league. We get it. He won an MVP. Just prolific. Prolific. But I'm here to tell you that when it comes to James Harden, it ain't about being a prolific scorer. James Harden has cemented himself. You heard of the LOAT.
I did it. Well,
Tom Brady.
I sit next to you.
The luckiest of all time.
Oh, boy.
You heard of LeBron, the Fofo, finals failure of all time.
What's the new oat we got?
And now James Harden is officially the Puffo. The playoffs failure of all time.
Paffoat.
Crazy. PFOAT, the playoff failure of all time. And it's well documented. Because as good as he's been during the regular season for so many years in the NBA, he's been that bad for that long in the postseason in the NBA. 1 in 4 games where he has more turnovers than baskets. I think that speaks for itself. That's an incredible number, and it speaks to your volume. I know people, he's a Hall of Famer. Okay, I get it, because they open up the door and everybody gets into the Basketball Hall of Fame. James Harden is a major disappointment, and Rob G brought it up. If you just looked at those numbers, he had 22 points. Wow, okay, well, No. This is not new. This is a movie we've seen over and over. I told you I've seen The Wizard of Oz 1,000,000 times. I've seen James Harden be the puffote 1,000,001 times. This is who he is. I don't know if he'll ever change it. He'd have to go to the NBA Finals, win the Finals MVP, you know what I mean, and put on a display that no one has ever seen. And guess what? As the clock ticks on James Harden's career, I don't believe he's going to ever be there. And this is just another example of James Harden being who we thought he was.
James Harden, of course, is the example of what you say. He made his name. He made his name. He's been an MVP. He's been an MVP runner-up a couple of times. He's been an all-star a billion times. One of the best offensive weapons this league has ever seen. He's made his name, but he didn't make his fame because, they say the regular season where you make your name and the playoffs are where you make your fame. And he has not been able to do that latter portion. He has not been able to make his fame. And if anything, he's become infamous or synonymous with bad performances, non-clutch performances, showing up short, falling short. And that's sad because of how great he was offensively during a regular season for the bulk of his career. And I'll give you a couple of things. Robert Horry, not going in the Hall of Fame. Some people say he should, but he's not. And that's fair to say he's not. I don't necessarily think he should. But Robert
was never
Horry,
a starter
right,
and stuff. So
right. So I'm with it.
I get it.
But Robert Horry made his name become famous by making all types of big shots. And not just big shots. You were I believe you were, Game 5 of Spurs-Pistons.
Of
I
course
was there. I was there too. And it wasn't just, he hit the big shot to tie it. He went crazy in overtime. Between overtime and the fourth quarter, he had like 24 points. And he when he was with the Rockets, he had huge games, hitting 6 threes. He made his name and became famous with big shots, big performances, clutch shots, clutch performances in the playoffs. We already know guys like Game 6 Clay, where he had a multitude of Game 6s where his team needed him the most, and he showed up. And let's not even go the MJs and the Kobes and the LeBrons and the Birds.
You can't bring Steph into this conversation, but go ahead.
Application connects you to multiple jobs, and job seekers never pay a fee. Get weekly pay, local support, and real opportunities. Visit expresspros.com today. That's expresspros.com. And now it is time for the Express Pro of the Week. The Pro of the Week goes to Thunder MVP guard Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He scored 35 points in the series-clinching Game 4 win over the Lakers. So, again, shout-outs to SGA. Congrats to him for being our Express Pro of
Is that
the
really
week.
that impressive? 35 points off of 40 free throws? I'm just saying.
Over 40. It is now time for Trash Talking Tuesday.
Hey, it's Trash Talk.
Don't you ever talk about me!
It's Trash Talking Tuesday.
It's your teeth, Reggie. I don't know whether to smile at you or kick a field goal, man.
All right, Kelvin, let's kick it off with Daniel in San Diego. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. Who you trashing, Daniel?
First, I'm going to have to trash FS1. So check it out. 2024, Undisputed. They pull the plug on that, okay? Shannon Sharp goes on to do some big things. He has a nice, successful podcast. 2025, they go ahead and pull the plug on the facility, and they pull the plug with Acho and all them, right? So check it out. Acho starts a good, successful podcast with Shady and with the friend of the show, TJ Husmanzada. Now we got Skip Bayless making a debut return to First Take. Unbelievable. Rob, you might have to make a appearance back on TV, man, because I'm telling you right now, if football season comes back and they get Shannon Sharp and Skip on First Take, I don't know what y'all going to do. Chris, you better step it up. Thank you.
All right, no doubt.
There you go.
You've been seeing
Appreciate
Cameron
it.
on there?
Skip.
You see?
I never miss Cameron. 877-99 on Fox.
Don't you say that, Rob
Rob
Parker.
G, he wasn't outside when he was dipsetting. Dipset!
Greg in Vegas, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. Who you
trashing, Greg?
Greg?
I'm trashing all you bums that think LeBron ain't the GOAT. Listen, man, I'll take LeBron's resume over Michael Jordan's resume any day. You got to understand Michael Jordan's championships. Let's talk about this, man. 91, a washed-up Laker team. 92, Terry Porter and Clyde Drexler and Buck Williams and Kevin Duckworthy. 93, Dan Marley. Come on, that's who you had to go through. And 98 and 97, John Stockton and Jeff Hornacek. That's who was guarding. Shandon Anderson, Howard Isley. Come on, man. What are we talking about here? Like, what are we talking about? In 96, you played Hersey Hawkins and GP. That was the most challenging ring he won. Come on, man. I'm out of here, bro. Trashing all you bums who think LeBron ain't the GOAT. I'm out.
All right, he out. He ain't playing with y'all.
Yeah, okay. He said that he's at the Foot Locker buying another pair of Jordans because all those guys.
Ain't nobody debating about the shoes. You know that Jordan the GOAT on that.
It ain't even close. Orlando in El Paso. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. Who you trashing, Orlando?
All the Lakers organization, guys, because listen, every time they get swept, an angel gets his wings. Now, they get swept twice, 8-0 all season. They get double wings. You know what I'm saying? And like you said earlier, Rob, congratulations to LeBron. First father and son duo to get swept. Austin Reeves, clearly a blueprint of why a player with defensive liability traffic home, skill won't get you a championship. And give it up to DeAndre Dayton. Do you see that Dominator chain he got? You know what I mean? He should sell that to Chet because Chet really dominated him all day around the basketball court through all the series.
I ain't gonna lie. Thank you for the call. The dominating chain it is not apropos. It is not fitting. It is not fitting.
It's all right to get a refund once in a while. You know what I mean? Like, this just didn't work out for us. All right, here we go. Mace in San Diego. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio.
Who you trashing, Mace?
You got less than a minute. Let's get your best 40 seconds.
Here we go.
Chet Holmgren for flopping like a pansy soccer player against the Lakers. That flopping was so egregious, it's mandatory that your man card needs to be revoked. Way to contribute to the generation of masculinity in this country. I'm sick and tired of this. You make me sick. You and all the other players that consistently flop are an absolute disgrace to humanity. You have all turned the NBA into pure excrement, which is forcing Dr. James Naismith to turn over in his grave. You and the rest of the floppers in the NBA are not real men. Having said that, every single last one of you should mandatorily transition to becoming a woman and start a reality show with former Olympic decathlon winner Caitlyn Jenner.
I'm a woman. Man. I knew that was coming. I already do.
All right, Mace, thanks. Tell us how you really feel. Appreciate that.
Hey, at least it was a current player.
It was.
He's
been current lately. All right. More for the Odd Couple.
We are Buffalo.
It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not going to see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion.
Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm going to go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys.
They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
Second quarter of the NBA playoff game at San Antonio. The Spurs lead Minnesota 45-35. Spurs shooting 57% from the floor, led by Victor Wembanyama, who has 18 points and 8 rebounds. He had more points and rebounds in the first quarter than the rest of his team combined. Tonight's winner goes up 3-2. Daryl Morey is out as 76ers president, and Nick Nurse will reportedly stay as head coach there. In the NHL playoff game at Montreal, late second period, Canadiens tied with Buffalo 2-2. Coming up later this hour, it'll be Anaheim at Vegas. The Bengals and Falcons will play an NFL game in Madrid in November. In Paris, it's due to be New Orleans against Pittsburgh. The season's first Monday night game will have the Chiefs hosting the Denver Broncos. And in baseball, the Yankees lead at Baltimore 6-2, top of the ninth inning. I'm Steve DeSager.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now,
on the
live
Odd
from the
Couple,
Fox
and I should
Sports
say Rob
Radio
Parker Kelvin
Studios.
Washington,
Here's Fox Sports
and
Radio's
for over
Odd
40 years,
Couple, Rob Parker and
TireRack.com
Kelvin Washington.
has the how, what, and where they drive. That's right, helping customers find the right tires. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation, TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. Don't forget, if you haven't already done it, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Again, just search Odd Couple FSR and hit that subscribe button. And I just heard Steve DeSager's update where he said that Nick Nurse is sticking around in Philadelphia. I thought the Sixers were so sick that they needed a doctor instead of a nurse, so I wasn't positive.
All right, it's settled. It's settled. Rob G, Alex, get ready. It's time. It's time for you to get back on the stage, stand up. You're feeling a little itchy. I can tell. I can tell, Rob. You ready to scratch that itch?
It's been a while. It's been a while.
I told you I'll do it with you.
Stand up.
Yeah.
We might have to figure that. Get
some
Alex
sponsors around that and everything.
and Rob G to come. You
I'm
got to pay
there.
Rob G to come. Alex will
Rob
come.
G ain't coming. People outside of work, too. You know he don't like people
He
anyway.
won't do anything, right? He won't go to Ben's party. He won't
Definitely not
go
Ben's
out.
party.
We had a big. I tried to set up a thing where we go out with our significant others for a nice dinner or steak dinner. Rob G said, "Nope, not interested, not doing it." So that's why it didn't happen.
Rob, I paid big money to go to your birthday party in Vegas.
That's a good point.
That's true.
With
I
the
did
flight
say that.
and a hotel and a suit.
And had to get through Stephen A. Smith's security.
That's right. I did.
Hey, Rob G, I will say this. You got an X-rated stand-up by me, correct?
That is correct.
You got a very good meal, would I say that?
Yes.
And you got to rub elbows with Stephen A.
Not really. You couldn't get close enough to rub elbows with Stephen A.
All right, how about Lamar Mitchell?
Lamar Mitchell and his wife were lovely.
Shout out to Lamar.
And I hung
They
out
sat
with
right at the same
Broussard for a
table.
bit, yeah. Ben Maller and
so-
Aaron Maller.
So wait, the stand-up
I found
was
out
in
then why Rob is so infatuated with her because she is just
she is amazing.
awesome.
When we were in where were we this past San Francisco?
Yep.
She was amazing. Like let me just tell you something. Saga, put the camera on me. Listen, when you get a good one, you get a good one. And Ben got a good one. She take care. What do you guys need? You guys need anything? Rob G, Kelvin, you need some water? I'm gonna come back. Well, I know you guys said you only wanted waters, but they had a big thing full of ice cream. I figured you guys been working hard. You want a little sweet. So here's some ice cream. Everybody good? Rob, you good? Move that. I'm like, Ben, you got one, Ben.
I agree.
Yeah.
We all agree. We love having Aaron around when she's at the events and stuff.
Yeah, you just get a little too
very nice
googly eyed, but whatever. You know.
No.
I like that Rob only calls her Aaron. He never says Aaron Maller because that would imply that she's married, and he's like, I ain't gonna let that happen.
Big.
I can't bring myself.
Ben, do you mind go getting some more ice from the grocery store?
Right. Well, you remember that initial how I met her. I'm sitting over here minding my own business at the little
Aaron?
Kelvin! Aaron! Aaron! He ain't never screamed my name like that before. Hey, look! And she's like,
Ben's over there. Don't worry about him.
Ben's way over there. I hadn't even met Ben yet. That's the best part.
Alex, he had never met Aaron. I just wanted to make sure that
I never even met Ben.
I didn't know
He
that.
still hasn't met Ben.
Right. He's over there somewhere with the chicken wings. This is Aaron. Aaron's so lovely. This is Kelvin. And back to Aaron.
Kelvin, don't worry. You've heard his promos enough. This is Aaron.
This is Aaron right here. Wow, this is Aaron. Isn't
All
she
right,
swell?
Rob G, can you save us with some from the YouTube,
Sure. Before we get to the rest of this next topic is very heavy for a Tuesday afternoon. But let me read some of these YouTube comments. YouTubians, the odd mob weighing in.
YouTubians.
A lot of commentary on LeBron and the Lakers. First off, let me read my favorite comment. The Quaker Cracker says,
"Oh boy,
what up, DeSager?" So I like that one. That was a good comment.
You know why? You know why? Because we saw Steve DeSager on the camera for the first time.
We did.
I just like that.
I didn't realize that.
Didn't care about Rob or Kelvin or me or Alex. Just what up, DeSager.
But that's why he said it, because I think Saga hit the camera by mistake. Steve is never on.
And people just get excited to hear from Steve. We like Steve.
Yes.
All right, so let's read the rest of these. Again, a lot of Laker LeBron commentary. Here we go. The Chamber Zone says the media wants us to celebrate that loser LeBron.
Oh, boy.
Since when is mediocrity celebrated?
Okay. This is why I can't deal with y'all. The extremes. Now he's a loser.
Here's another one.
Or what did he call him?
He called him a loser who's mediocre. Washington RL Knott says one dynasty in 2 decades never made a teammate better.
There you go.
Hey, tell Timothy Moskov that. You know that Laker fan, Rob G. Y'all
That's
paid
right.
$75 million because y'all thought he was good when he was with
Big
the Cavs.
facts. Yumito Kushugi says send him to the senior league. I don't even know we had one of those.
No, I didn't think we had one either.
Here's another one. This is directed at Rob about LeBron. Ballaholic says, well, the league should retire itself based off your logic, Rob. I don't know what that means.
I felt like it was deep, but
maybe when he made it at the time, it made sense, but like after the fact, not so much.
I feel like everybody would have to be high, and he'd be like, I got it.
Hits
I
blunt,
got it.
and then you read the comment.
Like, yeah, it hit different then.
And then here's the other one. Jason Roseman says this. You know, we actually have seen an athlete like LaFraud in our lifetime. His name was Lance Armstrong.
There you go. Oh, my goodness.
Think of Rob, there you go. What are you trying to say, Rob?
God, I don't know. It's like what do I call Tom Brady? He's Lance Armstrong without the bicycle.
Wow. You know what a lesson I learned? Bump all y'all is what I learned in life. I'm out here competing 23 years, face of the league, standing up for injustices, social commentary, doing all this. And this is I'm telling you, it's a life lesson. You further my point, Rob, all of this, that's why if I'm LeBron, I'm doing whatever LeBron James and Savannah James want to do. Because no matter what you do, you're a LaFraud, you're a this, you're a that. Bump all y'all is what I would say. And it's a lesson to you, Rob G, me, Steve, Alex. Rob, you pretty much already say bump all y'all. But bump all y'all and do what you do, people. That is the lesson learned. They're never going to be happy, so do you.
Well, speaking of lessons learned and doing you.
Well, let me get a little palate
and this is an important topic.
This is important.
Want to get there, and we want to get people involved in this. I really do.
We do these well, Rob.
And it is, like we said, a little bit heavy for a Tuesday, but we got to get to it.
Yes.
So Lane Kiffin is back in the headlines, as he's been wont to do. This is not unusual for Lane Kiffin. What is unusual is for him to be in the headlines for this reason, right? He did an interview with Vanity Fair, and in explaining his decision to leave Ole Miss for LSU, Lane Kiffin suggested that Ole Miss's struggle to distance itself from symbols like the Confederate flag, Colonel Rebel, and even the nickname Ole Miss itself was problematic. He said when he was coaching there, top recruits would tell him, quote, "Hey, coach, we really like you, but my grandparents aren't letting me move to Oxford, Mississippi." That doesn't come up when you say Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Parents were sitting here this weekend saying the campus's diversity feels so great and it feels like there's no segregation. Now, obviously, because he is a coach, he's a public figure, he knows he kind of tapped the tiger on the tail there. He kind of walked it back a little bit, just saying that this is something we've been struggling with for a long time, all coaches, and his comments were not calculated. He apologized if he offended anybody at Ole Miss.
And you know what?
What's that?
He couldn't help himself but to speak the gospel and the truth. And Kelvin, I'm gonna just be real on this.
Mm-hmm.
All things being equal, and I had a chance to go to a school to play college football on a full scholarship, and Ole Miss was amongst them. Mm-hmm. And I had another opportunity to go somewhere else in the same situation. There's no way I could play for Ole Miss. I just couldn't get past all of the stuff that has happened and the stuff that he talked about. Even the nickname Ole Miss has the connotation, right, of the plantation mistress, the Confederate flag being flown, all of the other symbols that would not make, to me, a black man comfortable. I would not, under any circumstance, play for Ole Miss. They could offer me the starting quarterback job, starting running back job. I'm always amazed when I see black players play there. I couldn't do it. Now, the only ounce, Kelvin, I could say is if that's the only way you could get to college and you feel you have no other situation, you know what I mean? No other scholarship on the table, maybe I could say This is his only means of trying to get an education. I'm not going to be against anybody trying to better themselves and to obtain an education. But if everything else is the same and I have other options, I'd rather not. And Lane Kiffin, I know the people down at Ole Miss, they're going to be mad and this and that and act like, oh, what are you saying about us? And that's unfair. It's not unfair. This is a part of your history, what you're wrapped into. And if those guys and those people aren't on the football team, I doubt they have much use for them other than, you know what I mean, for their athletics. So that's where I am. I love that Lane Kiffin brought it up because it is true. And it has. He's being honest that this is what recruits and what do you say? And their grandparents and parents are like, you can't play there. We don't want you to go there. Like straight up.
No, that's real.
And for a reason. That's real. That is real stuff people don't want to hear. But Kelvin, that's me. I could not play at Ole Miss.
So I think he touched on something that had not been discussed often, right? Because we talk about where a team is in the poll, their rankings, the new recruits. We don't often talk about the life and what happens to those players when they're on the teams. And I think people misconstrue what it's like to be a star player on a team. So if you're the star quarterback, star running back, somebody on Ole Miss, yeah, life might be a little different for you, right? You might be all right on campus. Everybody loves you. You're signing autographs. Your life's good at the times. The problem with cities like in areas like that, if we're just having a real conversation, oftentimes can be off the campus, Rob. You know this. You know this. Right now you're in the blackest city in America. This is a real conversation. Detroit. Mm-hmm. What was it like for you being on the outer skirts of that, driving around at night? Tell the truth.
Yeah, it was not good. And I used to get pulled over all the time. I didn't get one ticket. Just pulled over because they were fishing, hoping, I guess, maybe that I had something. Where you coming from? What are you doing driving on Woodward Avenue at 1 o'clock in the morning?
It's a nice car. What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing over here? So they didn't know I had a radio show and I had just got off the air. They didn't know that.
And I bring that up to say, oftentimes where you get this stuff is, if they go to the cafe and they eat and they go to their dorm room, they go to practice, lifestyle can be all right. The challenges are when they go to that party off campus. Right? When you talk, and you've been around athletes for so long, as have I, and I've experienced it. Growing up in Ann Arbor, Michigan, which is a diverse town, but it was a lot of issues for us growing up. We go hang out downtown on campus, on Michigan's campus, police would mess with us. Flashlight in our face, break it up.
Yep.
Who are you? What's going on? If it's for me and 4 or 5 of my guys. Meanwhile, I would see my white counterparts, and I'm just telling them my truth. They'll be over there hanging out, loud, drunk, knowing underage drinking, campus frat, and they were literally looking, look at them having a time in their life. And I would be like, so much so, Rob, that in high school, I brought this up. We had a diversity, big, huge auditorium assembly. And I spoke about that in high school as a senior. I said, we go hang out and we go play, we get harassed, we get pulled over. Dude, it was so much that happened, it became regular, unfortunately. You show up to go play like with your boys, play a video game night. Why are you late? Oh, man, I got pulled over. And we all happen, man. They searched the car. They did this. They threw me on the car, whatever. Oh, man, they got you again? And you would just move on. And so I say this to say those grandparents, those parents, those folks, sometimes they're saying, hey, it ain't just on the field. It's how is my son and my grandson going to live off the field? What is it going to be like for them culturally? What is it, or the systems around there? Is there systemic racism around them in those towns? And I'm not saying every person, obviously, or every single town in and around that area.
Not.
But
right.
that is stuff that happens to them. I'm a living witness. You are too, where you have these issues, these challenges. You go through things. And I can see absolutely a parent saying, well, if you're a starting linebacker and Ole Miss wants you, well, that means Utah might want you, like we mentioned, Ohio State might want you, Miami might want you, somebody else might want you, where we can get in better situations. But oftentimes, Rob, these college towns are in towns that may not be the most diverse or the most accepting. Let's just keep it real. And so when you have conversations with a lot of college athletes, you hear a lot of them, specifically black, you hear their stories off the field. You hear what it was like for them going to this particular lunch here and having, a girlfriend who lived over there. And you hear about stuff that they experienced off campus. They're stars on campus, right? They can be coddled and kind of, we're going to keep everything perfectly aligned for you. It's the experience off campus, around the town, around the city that they go through a lot of things, and I can completely understand it. And again, him bringing that up, that was a loud message that I think a lot of conversations might start being had, like where parents say, "Hey, I never thought about this. What is your experience like right now to their son? What did you go through that when you played there? Are you going through this now?" I think some conversations might be had because of what he said. Now, he might not have meant to do that, he being Lane Kiffin, but he opened up Pandora's box.
Yeah, it's good to have that conversation, and he was just being honest about the difference, and people can be mad at him. All right, 877-99 on Fox. We want to try to get as many people in as we can. 877-996-6369. If all things were equal, that's the premise. If all things were equal, would you accept a scholarship to play at Ole Miss? It's pretty simple. And we get it. If that's the only scholarship offer, Kelvin, you with me on that, right? If that's the kid's only chance
you
to go to college,
what you got to do.
You might have to suck it up and deal with it, as bad as it could be. I just can't sit here and tell you under any circumstance. I can't. If that's your only way to get educated, I'm always for education. All right, we'll continue this serious conversation. We want to hear from you. 877-99 on Fox. It is The Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, on a Trash Talking Tuesday, where we deliver insight, not just noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Especially if you're over 40 and feeling a little lacking in the US of A.
Draymond Green and Austin Rivers, the beef we didn't know we needed.
Who knew?
Let me take you in the hot tub time machine just about a week ago. This is how it all started. Draymond Green said on his own podcast, unsolicited, that he believes his career trajectory might have been hindered by Steve Kerr. That Steve Kerr never drew up any plays for him, that Steve Kerr made him a jack-of-all-trades kind of option. He never became the offensive force maybe he could have if he was showcased in a different way, the way he was in Michigan State. So a few days later, Austin Rivers, who's now a member of the media.
He was showcased at Michigan
he played
State.
well. That showcase is a bit,
Okay. Was asked about those comments on the Dan Patrick Show right here on Fox Sports Radio. And he said, quote, "It's ridiculous. Draymond is such a high IQ. That's a big part of his game, is how smart of a player he is. So it bewilders me he even thinks that." And he wasn't the only one. A lot of people took issue with what Draymond said. But Draymond felt a kind of way about Austin Rivers being the one to call him out. And so he had on his own podcast again, goes off and saying, I was actually a comparable high school player to you because that's the only success you ever had. And
comparable? Did he see the...
He wasn't, by the way.
He made it very personal, and he says, this is the best part. Talking about Austin Rivers, quote, "This guy received the biggest bailout in U.S. history prior to President Trump bailing out the airlines when they needed it. Austin Rivers received the biggest bailout in NBA history, world history, U.S. history, received the biggest bailout ever when his dad gave him $42 million. Of course, talking about Doc Rivers with the Clippers. Well, Austin Rivers decided to go full ether on Instagram last night with his response to Draymond Green. Let's hear part of it on Instagram, Austin Rivers.
Draymond, you were the luckiest basketball player I think I've ever seen, especially in modern day history. Let's talk about that. You were drafted to a franchise with the Hall of Fame front office, Bob Myers, Hall of Fame coach, Steve Kerr, the greatest shooter of all time, and perhaps a top 5 player of all time, Steph Curry, Hall of Famer. One of the greatest shooters, top 5 shooter of all time, another Hall of Famer, Klay Thompson. The Swiss Army knife himself, the guy who could do a little bit of everything on the floor, Andre Iguodala, another Hall of Famer. I know, keep up, it's a lot of talent. Not to mention one of the most lethal scorers of all time and arguably a top 10 player of all time, Kevin Durant, the same guy you chased off because of this, your mouth, you talk too much. And that's not even counting the plethora of talent around those guys. The Sean Livingstons, the Barbosas, the Andrew Wiggins, the Jordan Pooles, who you also chased off. Cut it out. Draymond, you're the backpack jump shooter. You're the guy that everyone leaves open. No one guards you. There are hours and hours and hours of film of just you being left wide open. In fact, anybody can just YouTube or Google or watch any Draymond game ever, and he's open all game. There are clips of you getting a rebound and just driving in a straight line and just getting a wide open layup because everyone's fanning out to guard the actual talent on the team. Talk about Steve Kerr ended your career. Bro, Steve Kerr made your career. How dare you? Coming at me? Are you kidding me? I wish I could give my son $200 million if I was a coach. Yo, the NBA doesn't give coaching jobs to guys who may or may not sucker punch one of the players and staff. You need to fall back, Dre. Let's just be frenemies.
He did end it very Drake-like. That sounded like a frenemies.
All I'm going to say is Austin Rivers is my new hero. Period, point blank.
Why so?
Because I think that he took Draymond apart, and rightfully so. The whole thing was ridiculous, and that was why Austin Rivers used the right ridiculous. Okay, plenty of players don't have plays drawn up for them, and whatnot. I even talked to you about the Ben Wallace when Larry Brown was there. They're not going to redo the playbook because Ben Wallace ain't. What did they do? The first basket of the game, they gave him the ball. Go ahead, Ben. Whatever. And they went back to doing what they do.
Fine and rip off the curl.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, and then for him to say they had comparable high school careers.
One was the player of the country.
Comparable. Like college careers, not comparable. Lottery pick, second round pick. Nothing is comparable about those two and their basketball talent. And I've said this before. He could have gone to 30 other teams. Forget 30, right? 30 other teams, 25 other would not be where he is and set up. Even when the Pistons offered him all that money, you remember to come back home and play. You think he was crazy? Right? He could have got paid. He knew that him going there wouldn't be anything. He's not that type of player. He's not going to alter and change a franchise. He's a player who has his own skill set and is valuable, but come on, man, he's in a perfect situation. And of course, Tom Brady has the title of the luckiest of all time, but Draymond Green is in that class too. Everything is fortunate for him, and it all works out, and that's why he is where he is.
No application fee through June 1st. Visit umgc.edu. Rob, I know we want to get to these calls. Let's get to them. Essentially, Lane Kiffin says it was hard to recruit kids to Ole Miss. Parents would say, my kid can't go play there. We understand. We both kind of brought up our own personal stuff and can understand how difficult it might be for some kids. 877-99 on Fox. Let's take some calls.
All right, Marcus in Indianapolis. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Marcus?
Hey, guys. Hey, so I totally get what you guys are saying about the racial symbology and maybe the undercurrent there at Ole Miss, but I think it's just total BS that Lane Kiffin brought that up as one of the reasons why he left, because he coached there for 6 years. It didn't bother him until 5 years after he was there. Come on, that just seems like BS to me that he brought that up as a reason that he left.
But I think, Marcus, that's a fair point that he stayed there for a long point. But here's the other part. It doesn't mean that during those 5 or 6 years he lost out on really good players who said, I can't come. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that still could be a part of it where he's like, dude, I heard that, Kelvin, too many times. You know what I mean? Where I lost out because their grandparents or parents were like, no, you just can't go to Ole Miss. No thank you.
I take it with a grain of salt coming from him. But meaning like it could be a little tongue-in-cheek, like maybe I can stop people from going there. But that doesn't mean what he's saying also isn't true. So there could be a little shade involved in it, but it also can be true. And I know it's true from my own personal experiences, things that I went through. If I told you about my first year at college, Rob, in Northwestern Michigan College in Traverse City, the only black kid on campus, the stuff I could tell you some stuff. We had to have a whole podcast.
And it wasn't 1849 either.
Walking by the room, them singing a song, and we hung the N-word all the time. Literally,
that's crazy.
Some wild stuff, brother. I'm telling you what I saw and witnessed. Wild stuff, man.
I believe it. Randy in New Orleans, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Randy? How are you?
What's going on with my favorite duo, man? How y'all doing?
What's up, Randy?
Man, we're good. How are you?
Man, I'm good. It's good to be on. I can say this, man. This is another one of Lane Kiffin burning down another bridge after he left the place. And I know this from firsthand experience. I got 2 kids right now that go to Southern University in Baton Rouge, and they hang out much more at LSU than they do at Southern. These are black kids from the inner city of New Orleans, right? Mm-hmm. Now, this is my point that I'm trying to make. This is my point that I'm trying to make to you. LSU is as white as snow, but those kids go and they hang out and they have a good time. Ole Miss, when those kids come here, they hang out and they have a good time. Let me just say this. If you want to say that the LSU brand is much bigger than Ole Miss and that people don't want to go there, I respect it, bro. Just say that. But don't say that it's the racism and the children. Alabama been a powerhouse for the last I don't know how many years. Have you ever been to Tuscaloosa, Alabama? It ain't nothing but white people in football. But all those black kids with them. So don't sit up here and say, and I'm not jumping for Ole Miss, I'm an LSU fan since forever.
But Randy, I will say to you, and this is where just all things given, would you be okay playing football at Ole Miss? I'm telling you personally, I wouldn't be able to play at Alabama. Bear Bryant didn't want black players, the history. There's a lot of places I would not play. I would not play. But go ahead.
No, and I respect that. I respect that. But I say this. My son Malik is going into his junior year. He plays basketball. If Ole Miss called and they want him to come play basketball and give him a scholarship, we're going to Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? We're gonna go play and we're gonna go deal with life and deal with life experiences. But Lane, I don't respect that because, like the caller said before, you was there all those years and you ain't never say nothing.
But that doesn't mean that. But that doesn't mean that didn't happen. And that's the only thing, Randy. And I hear you. Thanks for the call.
No doubt.
That's all I'm saying. You have no evidence that those things didn't happen. And I'm going to believe Lane Kiffin that he got some pushback from some parents and grandparents.
Like Adam, I said, don't get it twisted. I think Lane could be up to something with this. Lane be laning, if you know what I mean. But I'm just saying there could still be some truth to it for sure.
All right, Adam in D.C., you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Adam? How are you?
Always good, man. My favorite radio show, man. Listen, man.
Thank you, buddy.
I'm from D.C., as you guys know, but I had sent to a place called Wayne County, Georgia, in 10th grade. I needed to get sent down there for the 2 years I was down there, but it was culture shock, man. I'm talking about these people were living, some of the black people and people in general were just living rougher than we were living, so it made me think about that, and then, there were things that you just couldn't do that I wasn't used to, being from the real chocolate city, so it changed me for better because it made me appreciate home a lot more. Like, when I got back home, I was like, man, when Like the pool in D.C. ain't the same pool as in the Deep South. And another thing is, too, we have so many opportunities. But to answer the question, man, after living in the South for all those years, man, and I came home, I always used to ask myself as a college football fan, why are you playing at Ole Miss? Because no matter where I went, Alabama, any Selma, Alabama, then walked that bridge, nothing felt like Mississippi. And I get it, it's probably the most black state in the union, but like it just don't feel quite right. And it's just the energy of the fans and the people. Like, so I feel you, Rob. I wouldn't play there. I'm gonna play almost anywhere. Oh no, Arkansas too. I would not play at Arkansas either.
I told Arkansas to Rob G. Didn't I tell you? And we were talking about it earlier. I said, yeah, there's some places. Listen, and there's some beautiful people there. That I just would not be
comfortable with. Right. I just wouldn't want to do it. Adam, thanks for that call. Appreciate the support. I'm gonna tell you a real quick story, quick.
Go ahead.
This was I can't remember who told me this, and I'm not like trying to shield his name or whatever. But he played for the Packers, and he went to a, I don't know, autograph signing or something where fans could go to. And there's a guy, he has his young son there, really young or whatever. And he says to his son, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Billy, this is a black Packer. That's how he was introduced to his son. Not that he was a Packer, he's on the team.
No, that's specifically, he's a black
Billy,
Packer.
Look at this. This is a black Packer. That's exactly.
Yeah. Listen, as much as we are.
He said that the guy who told me that story said he'll never forget. Like, I was on the team, not that I was a Packer. Everybody, he had to make his kid know that I was a black Packer.
Rob, my roommate in college, my freshman year, said to me, "Man, you're the first colored I've ever met."
Oh, stop!
I
what
swear.
Year? I mean, like, what year is this?
This is not
colored?
1932. I swear on everything. The man looked
colored.
And let me tell you something. He was the nicest
Michigan?
dude. This was in Michigan. You are the first colored I ever met. So I said, "Hold on." They'll call him John. That was his name. But I said, "Hold on, John. let me break it down with you. What you might want to do is say black or African American with you." And I had to school him because where he's from, the kind of the sticks in Michigan. That part, Michigan. The part past here, anybody from Michigan know, past here where it's just not no black people. He just literally had never seen a black person.
Wow.
And so it is an interesting cultural shock when you go certain places and you got to learn, you got to adapt. And like I said, I plan on writing a book. My first year experience when I came back home, I went to Eastern Michigan. I said, let me get on back home. But
you said let me go to 13th grade at Eastern Michigan. I'm just saying.
Exactly. Almost like Dagner. Yeah. I was gonna say something, but I would have offended some people. But
don't say it.
Yeah. So shout out to everybody. Appreciate the call, and I appreciate you all. As I can speak for Rob too, having these conversations. You don't even have to agree with us, but we enjoy having these conversations, man. That a little deeper than the norm. All right. On the way, Lucas said he would prefer to not play with somebody. We'll tell you who he said right now. Steve DeSager, going to get you updated. Hey, Steve.
Hey there, Victor Wembanyama at San Antonio, and they're about to start the second half, has 21 points and 11 rebounds. Spurs are leading Game 5 of their second-round playoff series against Minnesota 59-47. Spurs were shooting over 50% for much of the first half. Tonight's winner's going to go up 3-2. In the first quarter, Wembanyama had no more points and rebounds than the rest of his team combined. And De'Aaron Fox is available for the Spurs after a sore ankle tonight. He did start. He has 12 points. Daryl Morey is out as 76ers president. Nick Nurse will reportedly stay as head coach. The Grizzlies' Brandon Clark died at age 29 in his L.A. home. Former player Jason Collins died of brain cancer at age 47. In the NHL playoffs, Buffalo has just taken a 3-2 lead at Montreal early in the third period, trying to tie up this second-round series at 2 games apiece. In just a few minutes, tied at 2. Anaheim at Vegas in that series. The Bengals and Falcons will play a game in Madrid in November. In Paris, reportedly, it'll be New Orleans against Pittsburgh Week 7. The season's first Monday night game will have the Chiefs hosting the Broncos. The NFL will release its full schedule this Thursday night. Number 1, Yannick Sinner of Italy won his fourth-round match at the Italian Open, his 26th straight victory. But number 2, Alexander Zverev lost. Coco Gauff advanced to the women's semis. In Major League Baseball, Cleveland 3-2 over the Angels. Yankees have ended a 4-game losing streak, winning 6-2 at Baltimore. Philadelphia 2-1 winner at Boston. Zach Wheeler was sensational with 7 in the third innings, and Kyle Schwarber hit his 17th home run of the year. It's a final at Pittsburgh. Pirates 3-1 over the Rockies. Another win for Paul Skeens. 8 scoreless innings, 10 strikeouts, no walks. The Washington Nationals have hit 6 home runs. They lead at Cincinnati 9-2 in the 9th. The Rays are tied 5-5 at Toronto, bottom of the 7th. The Rays are the first-place team in the AL East. They started the night 2 games over the Yankees. The late game in MLB is a half an hour away. The Dodgers host San Francisco. The Dodgers acquired outfielder Alek Thomas from the Diamondbacks. The Dodger record over the past month is 9-13. Collective bargaining talks began today. Baseball's labor deal expires in December. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Steve. Have a great night. It is The Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. On a Trash Talking Tuesday, which was a spirited one last hour. Thank you for everybody who called and jumped in on that. We got last call coming up here in a little bit as well. Rob James will bring you in. Luka, there was some stories about what he kind of talked to the front office about. There's a big name that now the Bucks are considering trades for Giannis, but Luka said, "Nah, I'm straight on Giannis."
Yeah, it's interesting. It's in The Athletic. Dan Wojcicki and staff did an incredible job discussing the postmortem of the Lakers, right? And one of the things they talked about is how are you going to rebuild this team? And the big thing they mentioned is they want to rebuild it in the image of his Mavs team that went to the finals, right? Yep. They want a 5 who can go up and defend and slam dunk. He wants a guy next to him who can take on some of the playmaking, but more importantly, play good off the ball. He wants 3-and-D wings, and potentially, we'll see what they can do in terms of stardom. One of the names that's been out there, of course, has been Giannis Antetokounmpo. However, according to The Athletic, Luka has made it very clear that if the price tag to get Giannis to LA involves Austin Reeves, then he is not interested in the Bucks superstar.
Which it would. I mean, right, if you're I got to get something if I'm Milwaukee, and so, some type of sign and trade and get an Austin Reeves who can get you 20 to 25 points.
Milwaukee's going to take Bronny in the trade. It'll be Bronny.
Well, give me Reeves, Bronny, and a couple of picks. This is, to me, an interesting one because I talked about this a little bit. Giannis is in a weird place where we all universally say he's a top, wherever you want to put him, 3 to 5 player. We know how spectacular he is, Hall of Famer, first ballot. But he's in a weird place, Rob, because I think he's where a lot of people thought LeBron would be, where his game, remember, his game, because he's all about athleticism, it's not gonna end gracefully. And I'm wondering if Giannis, we know the talent is there, but his style, meaning fourth quarter, I need a bucket, I can't necessarily go to him. He doesn't quite have that move. He can't necessarily make it. We know he doesn't shoot his free throws well. He's not going to hit a 3. And I think things are starting to work against him now as we see this new era of basketball. And I think more specifically with Luka's ball-centric. We know that. And he's going to need guys who can either just rim run, throw some oops, or we mentioned 3-and-D, or obviously a guy who can kind of pick and pop. And that's not Giannis. And I can see where he's like, it's not that Giannis isn't one of the best players in the league. We just wouldn't fit together. Giannis needs the ball. Giannis has to kind of, he's dominant. He has to have it. He has to create. And I can see where Luka's like, that's not the guy that's a good counterpart for me. Not that he wouldn't be great in another city, another place. So I think it's going to be interesting for Giannis this offseason, Rob, where is it a young team that needs an older vet leader? Is it a team that feels like they're on a verge and they just need a spectacular player like a Giannis? I don't know what the market is for him. Like I know because now that Cat is playing well in the Knicks, so you kind of get rid of that thought maybe. But it's an interesting dilemma I think we're going to find him in, where he's going to get calls, but it's like at what cost? Because I don't think people are going to give up as much as we once would have thought they would for Giannis as we would have maybe a year or two ago.
No, I think that's really it. I don't think he's top shelf, mainly because of his injuries.
Mm-hmm. That's a
and
thing
the
too.
idea
That's
that you can get, you can get him, and there could be something really bad happen to him because he hasn't been able to stay healthy, and he's not the same player, from the MVP days.
Mm-hmm.
He's just not, and he won a championship. But he's like that much away from Giannis looking at his career and being like, he never won. Do you know what I mean? Like, right. And I'm not taking away from him because he played. Remember, they were down 2-0 in that finals and came back. That was against the Suns. You remember that was with the coronation. They were ready to.
Chris Paul get his ring.
Chris Paul. Who else am I thinking?
Devin Booker, Chris Paul.
No. Devin Booker was the next Kobe. Go back to all the storylines, right? And Monty Williams was a genius as a coach. Like Monty Williams is out of coaching.
We ain't seen him since.
I mean, he got a lot of money. He don't need to coach
He said
anymore.
he's chilling now. 70-something million.
You get my point, though, is right? Chris Paul, Devin Williams, and Monty Williams, and they were up 2-0 in the finals and did not win. So I give Giannis credit that they came back and won that championship. But it was really nip and tuck. It was close that he almost could be without a championship despite the MVPs.
Yeah, and I think that's why Luka's like, the fit. It's not that he's not great. And that's why I'm really interested to see what teams are going to be willing up. Oh, well, we can give you Giannis, but you got to give us your top, your number 4 pick, your number 5 pick in this draft, a really deep draft. People are going to be like, nah, I'm all right. We'll pass. So it's going to be a really interesting offseason for Giannis specifically and what teams are willing to give up and what teams say he will fit and mesh well with our team. All right, last call on the way. Plus, some tragic deaths in the NBA from former players and guys who were still in the league. We'll tell you about those as well. It is the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Trash Talking Tuesday, Fox Sports Radio.
It's last call time on the Odd Couple. If you had a take and couldn't get in all show, here's your chance. Your call's important to us. Call us at 877-99 on Fox. Hurry up. Rob and Kelvin got to get out of here.
It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not going to see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion.
Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm going to go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys.
They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
I'm just trying to give you something spooky out to for you. I'm just trying to give you something. I'm just trying to give you something spooky out to for you.
Fox Sports Radio. Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. Big shout out to everybody who joined the show. We appreciate it. All the calls, all the folks who reached out on the Odd Mob, who pretty much all they do is hate us on there, but they love us because they watch us, so we appreciate you as well. And if you're missing any of today's show, be sure to check out the podcast. Rob G will be working to get that up. We'll have a best of version posted right after the show and a full version as well. You'll get to hear all the guests and all that good stuff. So again, check it out. Just search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. And Rob, by the way, we got a game here. At one point, it was a 2-point game. It was time. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up. At one point, this game, which was a 12 or 13-point lead at halftime, 17. Then all of a sudden it's tied, and now back up 9. The Spurs, shot back up 72-63. So we got a good game going on.
It takes so much to overcome big leads that happens often. You know what I mean?
Oh, I do. The Pistons keep doing it.
There, yeah, and then you fall back. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
the Pistons did that in Game 3, down 17, came back, and then couldn't ultimately. James Harden hit a few buckets at the end, some big shots, and then last night it get blown out. All of a sudden you look up, it's like a 7-point game with 45 seconds later. You're like, oh shoot. So it happens. All right, let's get to last call.
This is the last call. Last call.
It's last call. Last call time on the Odd Couple.
I think I'm moving to Mexico. There you go. All
you're
right.
in Detroit right now.
Are you ready? This is the 2-timer Andre from the Commonwealth.
You are the last caller here on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports
We don't
Radio.
even know you anymore, Dre. We don't even know who you are no more.
Dre, we saw you hugged up with Ben Maller. What's happening?
Thanks for taking the call. Listen, it was all good just a week ago, and it's still all good. It's still all good. I did check out the Maller meet and greet. It was in Worcester here in the Commonwealth. And you know something? The saving grace should be this. Erin Maller was there. Okay, Rob, she was wonderful. Just like you had said, she just was a master at ceremonies. Erin, Lorena, okay, it was a good time. There's no skullduggery here. My commitment to Fox Sports Radio and the Odd Couple, as well as Ben Maller, is ironclad, okay? You know what I mean? And so just because I'm showing love over here does not mean that I don't have, in my heart, deep love for the Odd Couple and the tremendous show and the question that you guys are tackling. Now, since we're talking about serious matters here, Lane Kiffin must have watched Back to the Future. Okay, with Michael J. Fox. He must have watched it and thought he woke up as the coach of Tennessee who took his talents to USC. His comments are absolutely ridiculous and preposterous. Let's talk about one thing, because we're having a conversation in this country right now, an actual conversation about voting rights. You know, in the last time the state of Louisiana, and by the way, before I make my point, we can all do better. We all have stuff to prove and do better on. Let me just say that. When's the last time that a senator was elected from the state of Louisiana? That's right. Never. Okay? Louisiana and Mississippi, they're bordering states, and they both have a checkered history when it comes to race relations, when you go back. Okay? And we could all do better. This is not about pointing fingers at anybody.
I agree, but I'm going to push back, and I am. As someone who's been to Louisiana and been to New Orleans, I feel pretty comfortable there.
Oh, New Orleans is lit.
I'm just going to tell you, and I can't tell the place. Like Mississippi, I have no interest, Dre. Like zero.
I did go to Natchez, Mississippi. Shout out to Natchez, Mississippi.
Did you?
Yeah, I mean, it was an experience. Like, you know how people have a dog in the backyard? They just had like a bull in the backyard. Just the bull, some alligators.
Dre, thank you, though.
Shout out to Dre.
Thank you.
Two-time and Dre. That's his new nickname, Two-time and Dre.
Two-time and Dre. Alex, what do you think? Should we take him back, even though he was with Aaron and Ben?
Say one more time, Rob.
Yes, take him back.
Take him back. Should we,
I say so.
Take him
back.
Take him back.
Oh, yeah. Dre was just trying to search around. You know, he wanted to see what he had before it was gone.
It was right there, so I'll give him that. But I'll tell you what, Rob.
So he dipped his foot and his toes in the water and then came running back, right?
And he said it was too cold, Rob.
Baby, I'm back. That's what he hit us with. Hey, when we get to the East Coast,
Ambrosia?
when we do a show out there, he better pull up. You know, New York or the Commonwealth or somewhere out that way. When we do a show out there, Rob G, are we supposed to be in Vegas soon doing something?
I think the next time we're going to go is probably for Ephraim's fight, Mayweather-Pacquiao. Well, Rob ain't going because he's already boycotting the fight.
Yeah.
Me and you be there.
It will be there.
Wow.
I'm boycotting that fight.
Just pull up, Rob. Just do it for us. We can have fun.
I'm boycotting. Rob, it's a free weekend in Vegas. We're going to stay at the... Okay,
He'll be there. I'm not going to the fight, but I'm going.
You know it. You already know. I'm going to go eat the free food, stay in the hotel, but I'm not going to the fight.
What about when you have to promote the fight?
Ephraim will be like, hey, y'all, I got y'all, Manny and
everyone's
Floyd.
so excited. We're all here. Oh, God, I can't wait. Mayweather Pacquiao.
Floyd, I got to tell you something, Floyd. I mean this with all due respect. You ruined boxing. I already see it now. Floyd and I got to be worried about him throwing hands at you. See what I mean, man? You always set me up, man. I'm always nervous about that.
All right.
Floyd, I don't care about the fight coming. Tell me about Girl Collection. I'm trying to go there later. What kind of deal do you got there?
You just hit the nail on the head, Rob G.
I already found out, and that's why I haven't been there. I got bad reviews.
Oh.
Wow. Is that why you're ready for Pacquiao in this fight?
Really?
I've gotten bad reviews. I wanted to go to check it out.
Yeah.
And I've got bad reviews from a lot of people, and I'm not trying to
How do you mess that up?
his business,
put
but
up
that's
a
what I
poll
heard.
So DJ and
They were like,
ladies.
don't go. That I was told, don't go.
Oh, wow.
The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?